Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the NASRA 360 Racing Network and coverage of the next round for the Sim Racer Hub. NASRA Truck Series coverage, of course, tonight from the virtual Kansas Speedway. Welcome. I'm Wesley Outland. We've got Jacob Reeves alongside, calling the action of the back straightaway here at the mile and a half of Kansas Speedway will be Daniel Paulus. And Jacob, man, we're getting ready for a fun night with this truck series. And, man, Kansas is always an exciting racetrack. You think of intermediate speedways, and I think we're going to have a fun time here at Virtual Kansas this evening, no doubt.
Yeah, we're going to have an absolute blast here at Kansas. This track is very, very wide and very, very fast, especially for these Sim Racer Hub Truck Series race. These trucks are going to be pretty much wide open for a good portion of the race. And if anybody had watched Friday night with the Triple M Pulling Truck Series, you're basically going to see the same thing pretty much with these guys, except Chicagoland was a little bit more beat up than Kansas is. So we're going to see a lot of fast racing tonight, Wesley.
You're looking at the lineup with the starting lineup of everybody being gridded. Of course, Jason Morales, Tyler Dittmer on the front row, Adam Newbert, Ed Osborne, Michael McKinnon, Kilgore, Broadfoot, LaBeouf, Hamilton, Blanchard, Meza, Miller, your top 12. You'll see the rest of the rundown as these drivers continue to go around the racetrack and get their warm-up laps. They'll get another lap around here with White, Morris, row 6, row 7. We'll find those drivers. Row 8, Hartwick, Barnett, Cantwell, Lumpkin, row 7. Row 9, row 10, Brian Chew, Joey Stiers, Parsons, Hannigan, all these guys. Trabue, Hess, Parsons, Hannigan. Row 12, rows 13, 14. Rivera, Hammond, Willis, Knott, and Kynes will be the rundown for these drivers. Over 30-plus trucks ready to go here. Don't forget also Tyler Daniels, Ryan Twinham, Adam Newton, Torrey Thompson, Doucette, Jeffrey Johnson, Donnie Lyons, Brandon Bullock, Curtis Rogers. Race director for NASRA in the Sim Racer Hub Truck Series is TJ Moore. Our broadcast producer, director is Adam Flieger. All right, we're ready to go for the A's Lawn and Landscaping 200 here tonight, here at the virtual Kansas Speedway. We'll also have another member joining us in the broadcast in just a matter of moments when we send them back off into turn number 1 and 2. And that will be, of course, Daniel Paulus. We're ready to go. By the way, 140 laps the distance, as they're going to make another lap under caution here before we get ready to officially drop the green flag. So you've got the lineup for the race. All this going on. Matter of fact, I think the one-to-go indication is being given to the field, so they'll come to the green next time by. Let's introduce the third member of our broadcast crew as they're working their way to you in turn number 2. Florida's Daniel Paulus. Daniel, what do you think we're going to see off the back stretch tonight at Kansas?
Oh, we're going to see plenty of action here tonight, Wesley. And it's been a while since I've been in the booth with you guys, and it's great to be back here with the truck series. I think we're going to see a lot of action. I can't wait to see how this high lane is going to work coming out of turn 2. I want to see if the drivers get the momentum to see who gets the lead early on in this race, but I'm sure they're going to be battling side by side for a lot during this first half of the race. But, hey, anything can happen at Kansas Motor Speedway, so I can't wait to see his green flag drop.
All right, it should be a good one, as we mentioned, getting everybody into place, ready to go to the start. And again, should be a good race, no doubt, with all of our great people that we have in place. We're ready to come to the official start. Green flag goes in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a virtual race, and we're up and rolling here in Kansas. Morales and Dittmer on the front row. Morales will put that Toyota to the front. They work their way to front of you on lap number 1, Daniel, out of 2.
And look at second place right now, still side by side behind the leader. Just like I mentioned early on, everybody's side by side still. Nothing happening really much early on this race.
And Morales is going to see if he can try to run the middle right here. Dittmer's going to be trying to run the top. Newbert on the bottom. Everybody just going wide. Everybody trying to find a lane, see if they can try to get right here Morales as they go into one.
And look who's in first place right now still is Jason Morales. Right behind him is Tyler Dittmer. And in third place right now is Adam Newbert. Now, Adam Newbert's a very strong driver. I knew him for a while, so I can't wait to see if he takes this lead.
Well, we'll watch them working their way again off the corner out of turn number 3 and 4. Couple of laps underway in this event, and Morales will be the man that leads the go here. Dittmer in second, Newbert, McKinnon, Osborne. There's your top 5. Some slicing and dicing, trying to go 2 by 2 behind the leaders as they work off that second turn.
And you see some drivers washing up the track now. That kind of concerns me. You don't want to use your tire wear early on in this race because it will affect you later on if we do have a long green flag run. As you see right now, the 5 truck of Jason Morales battling with the 34 of Tyler Dittmer for the lead here.
Dittmer going to be at top. Morales going to go all the way to the bottom. Newbert just trying to find a way around both of these guys. Dittmer going to run the faster line, which will be right up against the fence as they go into turn 1.
Still battling side by side is the 5 and the 34, but look at the 4 of Adam Newbert. He is now going to stay behind the 34 and now battle for second place with the 5 truck heading in turn 3.
Yeah, making that move. Dittmer up on the top of the racetrack. He's got now Newbert up on the outside, the defending series champion for the NASRA Sim Racer Hub Truck Series, and now he'll go to the outside lane. Morales back to the bottom. Broadfoot now passed by the Chevrolet of Michael McKinnon. Those are your top 5, and they'll do-si-do back up the banking into turn number 2 here at Kansas.
And McKinnon is bringing a lot of company right behind him as you see most of the truck drivers now on the outside lane trying to work with each other, but Adam Newbert now shoots the inside lane trying to go for second.
Newbert going to try to dive it in right here on Jason Morales, see if he can get it to stick. He's going to slide up just a little bit. He gives Morales enough of room, and then that way that they're going to be fine trying to get into turn 1. But Dittmer's still leading, and he is trying to hold off both of these guys as they come off of 2.
As you see, Adam Newbert still working that inside lane. Nobody really helping him down there. As you see, most of the truck drivers are on the outside lane. It looks like the run and the grip is on the outside right now.
Yeah, watching everybody kind of watch that grip, if you will, down to the outside of the racetrack. Everyone else trying to stay to the bottom, but sometime eventually try to get up there to the top of the racetrack. But right now, we're still in the early going. 5 laps in. Dittmer, Morales, Newbert, Broadfoot, McKinnon, your top 5. Here comes now Broadfoot making a move on Newbert as they work out of 2.
And it looks like the pack is catching up to a truck early on in this race, and let's see how this is going to affect these leaders as you see them going into turn 3, nothing changing.
Dittmer going to try to see if he can keep it up top. Morales going to see if he can try to get a little bit of a draft right here off of turn number 4. Newbert and Broadfoot, McKinnon, that's your top 5 as they're coming across the line. Dittmer just seeing if he can try to check out from these guys really, really early in this race as they come into 2.
As you see, the truck drivers still battling side by side. The 37 of Raul Meza still sitting there side by side with another truck driver.
And watching all of this going on as they work their way again through the banking into turn number 3 and 4 off the turn. Tyler Dittmer now, the strong leader up in front in the 34 Toyota. There you see him crossing across the line. Everyone else now flashing door to door. We got a caution on the racetrack. Yellow flag will fly. For the first time, our Serve Pro caution will be called. And we'll find out what happened here to put us under the yellow flag. I believe it happened on the back straightaway there, Daniel Paulus.
Yeah, as you see, let's look on this replay here as we are sponsored by Serve Pro. As we are looking from our helicopter view. Here come the drivers coming in turn 2. And they disappeared.
Wesley, I was able to see it from where I was.
What you got?
Is they're right here on the back stretch. Ryan Twinham looked like he kind of jumped up a little bit. And actually, it was Joey Doucette. Looks like he actually came down and got stuck right on the fence and came down and hooked Ryan Twinham. And from there, it was just a straight on, everybody just trying to miss him. But very, very tight racing. And we've seen that a lot here at Kansas. Yeah, Doucette come down. Maybe a little bit of net code, honestly, between Twinham and Doucette.
It looks like he just maybe washed up the track a little too much, but that 16 had that run.
All right, well, that'll be what we'll draw the caution here for the first time, if you will, in this this race in the early going. Is Serve Pro Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration, our official caution sponsor for all events here for the NASRA Sim Racer Hub Truck Series. And Jacob, I want to say it might be maybe not Joey Doucette's fault, but maybe a little net code in the mix here, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, in net code, it happens on iRacing to the best of us. I mean, we talk about it all the time. It seemed like we was talking about it Friday night as well as we're talking about it tonight. I mean, net code is just one of those things that's just going to happen, and sometimes it just jumps up and bites you at the last minute that you're not expecting it to, and that's exactly really what happened. I mean, you got two guys going real hard for the position a little bit early in the race, but net code does not discriminate, Wesley. I mean, it does not discriminate. It does not matter what lap it is, what day it is. It doesn't matter. It will jump up and bite these guys. And with as tight racing as these drivers are doing, I mean, it's inevitable. I mean, it's going to happen sooner or later.
Daniel, I'm thinking probably in the opening laps, just 10 laps in here, nobody's going to be coming to the pit lane right now as we're still right in the middle of stage one.
Yeah, I don't see any drivers coming down pit road at all right now. It's still too early. Their tires are still good to go. Yeah, later on, if we have a long green flag run, I can see we're going to have green flag pit stops within the next maybe 35 laps, maybe less. But the drivers that were involved in that wreck, they're going to have to come down pit road because of their tire wear, and they're going to want to fix that damage because if they don't, they will fall off of pace, and that's not what you want here at Kansas Motor Speedway. And you especially don't want to go lap down. So for those drivers that got into the incident, I suggest they come down pit road, everybody else stay out.
Yeah, I concur. I think that if you're caught up in that accident, no doubt you want to come in and get some service done. Obviously, no fast repairs. So that's something that we got to talk about and keep up with in this race, no doubt, Jacob Reeves, is that, man, you wreck. If you wreck pretty badly, your night's done. You're finished here at Kansas early.
Yeah, and that's something that nobody really wants to be done this early in the race. 12 laps into a 140 lap race. Nobody wants to be, I guess you could say, on a tow truck. Virtual tow truck. I guess you could say this early. I mean, nobody wants to be that way, and nobody wants that to happen. But we've talked about how just intimidating that Kansas can be. It seems like it's one of the easiest tracks that you could probably run, but these guys right here, these guys in the Sim Racer Hub Truck Series, these guys know that this track is very, very wide. They can run to the bottom. They can run the middle. They can run right up against the fence. And if you look, there is actually 4 lanes with 3 seams on this track. So technically, they can really go 4 wide here at Kansas. And that's when it really gets fun, is when they go 4 wide. So hopefully they're going to be able to keep it clean, because it's like you said, Wesley, nobody wants to get knocked out of this race, at least this early.
Not too early in the going, as you mentioned right now, for sure. Still a lot of racing left to go. Field is coming back inside the Geico restart zone. That will wrap up our Serve Pro caution. And we're back to racing again. Green flag back out. It's Dittmer the leader, Morales, Broadfoot, Newbert, Osborne, your top 5. They come back to green. Newbert, the champion, making a run for second on Morales out of turn number 2. Morales is looking for Dittmer to the lead.
And there goes Newbert now for third, as he's now going to try to take second away. But Jason Morales and Tyler Dittmer are still side by side, but the 5 truck has that advantage. He's going to want to pull up in front of the 34 here.
And Morales pulled the slide job right there on Dittmer, so take Morales to first. Dittmer will go back to second. Maybe not. Here comes Dittmer. He's going to try to take a run at him, trying to go off too.
Don't count out that outside lane. Like I said, that outside lane has a lot of grip and momentum. So let's see if they will be side by side. They are side by side battling, as you see trucks scrambling behind them.
Phenomenal racing going on behind the back of those leaders. And again, this is just in stage number 1 of the 140 laps that make the distance for this event here in the A's Lawn and Landscaping 200. Meanwhile, Tyler Dittmer bringing the field back as the leader into 1 and 2. Big scramble behind them in the top 10 with Meza Hamilton and Kilgore now into the second turn.
One driver I want to point out, Wesley, is Brady LeBluff in that 24 truck. He has now cracked the top 10, and I'm looking forward to seeing if he can make it up to the top 3 here.
Newbert going to see if he can take a shot right here at Morales. Try to run that top lane. It's going to be the preferred lane, the faster lane here at Kansas Speedway. Newbert's going to try to keep it up top, not pinching Morales down to the white line. Dittmer's still going to lead. Newbert, Morales battling for second.
Morales and Newbert still battling for second place here. You see them side by side coming out turn 2. But there's the 13 truck of Michael McKinnon right there behind him, seeing what he can do.
So we look now on the top of the racetrack. That's that battle for 4th and 5th. Broadfoot and Morales flip-flopping for position with one another. McKinnon behind him, and you got Newbert down to the bottom of the apron, and behind them they are trying to go 4 wide. Barnett leads that battle now as they climb the banking. Somebody's got ink and blink and nod as well. Climbing the top shelf, that's the 28 of Ed Osborne as he safely works this off too.
I'd be careful going 3 or 4 wide here, guys, early on in this run, because if one mistake happens, it's going to cause a wreck. As you see the 13 and 2 battling side by side, but there's the 24 of LeBlanc trying to make that pass there. Oh, there it goes! 24.
And the big wreck. Big, huge wreck right here on the front stretch. Oh my goodness, this is going to take out a bunch of guys right here. And Wesley, we just talked about this. This is not what you want to see this early in the races.
And I'll be honest. And I'll be honest with you, Jacob and Daniel, that this started probably from Ed Osborne a lap ago, where he was ink and blink and nod, Jacob, and then there's the end result of what just happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what can happen is when they're blinking, you know, when drivers are blinking. I mean, it is what it is, but from what it looked like, I mean, Brady actually, he kept it down, and the 11 just came up and he just came down and just hooked Brady right in the right rear and sent him straight into the fence, and then everybody else is just along for the ride. Kind of a, I guess you could say, a mini Talladega, this Kansas Speedway is, especially right here on the front stretch. Everybody just ducking and dodging, just trying to get around them. But, I mean, that's a racing incident, honestly, Wes. It looked like the 11 just got a little bit loose, and he kind of just came down right rear of the Brady LeBuff, and Brady was just along for the ride.
Yeah, that 24 truck is going to have tons of damage, and this is not what any of us wanted to see with Brady LeBluff tonight in that 24 truck. And I'm going to be honest with you, Wesley, I literally just got done talking about it. We do not want to go 3-4 wide and be aggressive, and right after I said that, there's a wreck. So we don't see that often.
No, you don't want to do that. And, of course, we just see the end result with Brady LeBuff and Ed Osborne and so many countless others that were going to be probably some top contenders now involved and littered, scattered on the front straightaway per se, if the big one that just happened. And, again, hey, there's still a chance for some more big ones. We're only in stage number 1, by the way. This race, of course, tonight will be in 3 stages, and of course stage number 1 is going to take us all the way, I believe, to lap number 25. So that's about let's see here, another 7 or 8 laps or so, probably under caution, maybe 5 laps when we come back to the green flag. 25, then you got another 25 laps in stage number 2 to lap number 50, and then of course we have that 70 or 60 lap run all the way to the finish of the race to lap number 140. So remember, incident points lead to DQs, 20 if necessary, no incident point penalties, no fast repairs. And I think that's the big thing in here, Jacob, is if you tear up and you get part of another Serve Pro caution flag like we just saw with Osborne, Brady LeBuff, and others, man, you've got to be careful. You're going to be tore up and out of this race early.
Yeah, well, I mean, with these trucks, honestly, Wesley, I mean, it is they're actually very, very aero dependent. So, you got to make sure that your truck is not completely tore up, basically like you said. But you don't want to, but if you're going to have any type of damage at all, now's the time to have it. Now's the time to go ahead and get that damage fixed. You may go 1 lap down, you may even go 2 laps down, but you are guaranteed that you know that you're going to be coming to the end of one of these stages and you're going to be able to possibly get one of your laps back. You may have to fight for the lucky dog to get it, but still, way too early in this race to be riding around out there with a sour truck, dented fenders, knocked in, maybe a hole in the radiator. Go ahead and get that fixed, and then take your lumps and see what happens. I mean, we still got a lot of racing left to go. You got 38 trucks still on the lead lap, so a lot of time left in this race, Wesley.
Checking out the swim driver, the number 18 of Justin Lumpkin, the Darren Snail Gun repair entry. His truck's still on the pit lane. He got caught up in that accident. And it put us in again another Serve Pro caution. Of course, fire and water, of course, cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro takes care of all of your needs, and we appreciate them being the title sponsor for our caution flag on the Monday night Sim Racer Hub NASRA Truck Series. I'm Wesley Outland. We've got Jacob Reeves alongside. Daniel Paulus is manning the back straightaway as our virtual turn announcer here at the Kansas Speedway. By the way, before we go any further, I want to say our thoughts and prayers with our buddy, Mr. William Tiller. He is feeling under the weather. He has not been feeling good over the weekend and still not feeling good today. And hopefully William gets feeling better and he can be back to join us in the booth soon. It sucks being sick, not going to lie. So we have to feel better.
Yes, it does. It sucks being sick. I mean, everybody, that gets under the weather, they don't want to be sick. I mean, nobody ever wants to be sick. And, our thoughts and prayers are with Will Tiller, and hopefully he's going to be back and ready to rock and roll. Hopefully he gets over the little sickness that he's got, and hopefully we'll see him Friday night.
Daniel Paulus, they're working their way to you, 2x2 behind the pace truck, ready for a restart.
I know, I'm so pumped for this restart now. We're not going to see any drivers that came down pit road besides the ones with damage once again, due to the fact that these drivers want to stay out and they're going to pit when the caution comes back out after the stage ends, and that is because they want to get as many stage points as possible now. You see Adam Newbert, he's been very strong all day. You see the 34, that's also been strong all day. Let's see if the 4 can make that grip work on the top lane. Off to you guys.
And pace truck comes onto the pit lane, back inside the Geico restart zone. About 3 laps left to go in stage number 1, and stage points are up for grabs. Dittmer, Newbert, it's going to get antsy and fast in a hurry. Morales, Broadfoot, they're fighting for those top 10 spots. 10th points for P1. He's in P1. Dittmer is off turn 2.
Don't count out Adam Newbert just yet. He's going to want to draft right behind the 34 of Dittmer right there. And I was just going to mention, he's going to want to go to the inside line, try to stick it, see if he can get around the 34, but they're going to be side by side coming out of turn 4.
34 is going to be able to clear him as they're going to come to the white flag. Newbert may want to check his tailgate. Jason Morales fixing to be all up in that tailgate. Everybody dogfighting as they go into turn number 1.
Now what? 3 wide coming out of turn 2, but Adam Newbert is going to have to try to make a move on that inside line one more time if he's going to want to try it. Stay in the draft there, but for 3rd position for this stage, look at the 2 truck of Justin B. White on that top lane and the 5 truck of Jason Morales on the bottom, but it's going to be the 2 truck of Justin B. White.
And Tyler Dittmer is going to flash across the flag stand, and he is going to take us now to the final lap here in stage number 1. 1 more lap remaining. It's Dittmer up in front, Newbert and Broadfoot. Final time, and the caution flag will come out down the back straightaway.
Tyler Dittmer still in the lead here with Adam Newbert in 2nd, and Justin B. White rounding out your top 3 for this stage as they are making their way out of turn 4. Adam Newbert on the inside.
Newbert going to see if he can try to get it. He's not going to be able to do it. Tyler Dittmer's going to win this stage. Newbert's going to come home 2nd. Justin White 3rd. Jason Morales 4th. And it looks like Joey Sears, who started all the way back in 20th position, is going to grab the top 5 spot here at the end of stage 1. What a race right at the end, Wesley.
Yeah, what a phenomenal job there at the end of that first stage. And the driver of that car, number 34, getting it done. Truck number 34. Tyler Dittmer. And we are going to bring him into our broadcast booth in just a moment, and we'll get his thoughts of how things went here in stage number 1, of course, for the NASRA Sim Racer Hub Truck Series. What a great job that driver did there. And right now we'll be able to invite him into, I believe, we're going to try to move him, I believe, is what I'm going to try to do. And I don't know if I can move him or not. This is the same thing every week. Hang on a minute. Let me try it this way here. We're going to move. Oh, well. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll try to grab our Stage 1 winner, Tyler Dittmer. His Toyota number 34 out of York, Virginia. Winner of Stage number 1. Pit stops are on the way, and we'll prepare for Stage 2 in the A's Lawn and Landscaping 200. For the NASRA Sim Racer Hub Truck Series on the NASRA 360 Racing Network, we're back after pit stops.
What is this, broadcast room?
Welcome back to the NASRA 360 Racing Network and our coverage of the NASRA or the NASRA Sim Racer Hub Truck Series, A Lawn and Landscaping 200. Let's grab Stage 1 winner from Virginia, Tyler Dittmer. Tyler, man, what a great job. But still a long way to go, though, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely a long way to go. 140 laps tonight. It's a long one. Made a little mistake getting into the box there, overslid it by about 2 inches. So back in the pack here. We'll have to see how the truck handles, but she was pretty good in clean air, so we'll see how it goes.
Sounds like there was a pretty good amount of drivers that kind of had a penalty coming off of that pit lane exit.
Yeah, I don't know if it was penalties or what, but a lot of people made mistakes. And then you have the guys who pitted the caution before the stage break who are up front now, so they got a couple laps older tires, but not too many laps. So it'll make for some interesting racing here on this restart in about 10-15 laps.
As we get ready for the restart, Tyler, what do you change, or what did you change on the pit lane to prepare for stage 2?
Not much you really can do. Kind of just get a reset here with the driver and just kind of realize that I'm going to have to use more of that right front.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, for Highline Racing. That's the driver. We'll put him back in his box. The driver of the number 34, Virginia, is Tyler Dittmer, winner of stage number 1. And that will wrap up a Surf Pro caution. We're getting ready to come to the green flag, and stage number 2 is about to be upon us. Pace truck onto the pit lane. Green flag will fly on lap number 30. This will take us 20 laps in stage 2. Green flag goes back in the air, and we are back underway. This time, new names up in front. Twinham, McKinnon, Lumpkin, Blanchard, Newbert, your new top 5, Daniel, out of 2.
Look at Twinman getting that nice restart and launch. Coming down out of turn 2, right behind him is the pink truck. That is the 18 of Justin LeBanc. Remember, he was in a wreck early on in this race, but he's back up here and battling for the lead as we are 3 wide.
3 wide all the way back here around the 10th position. Everybody trying to see if they can try to catch Ryan Twinham and Justin Lumpkin. Everybody is just shooting straight up through here. Dittmer, who was in the back, is actually starting to close up. He's going to see if he can get Ryan Twinham off of 2.
Our 2 strongest drivers of the night, Newbert and Dittmer. Here they are battling for the lead once again, but Newbert is all over the back bumper of the 34 truck right now as we look further back in the pack.
Man, I'm telling you what, watching again these drivers working their way off the corner. Adam Newbert now trying to make some work on Dittmer. Dittmer, the stage 1 winner, looking to make a move on Ryan Twinham, up 33 spots. This is all going on in the back as well, behind in the top 10. Morales, Broadfoot, Barnett, the battle for the lead, though, on the 2.
Right there, it looks like we got a big lead change going down the back straightaway. It looks like it's the 13 of Michael McKinnon on the inside battling for the lead against the 8 truck of Ryan.
Ryan Twinham going to be right up against the wall. Michael McKinnon seeing if he can try to keep it down there. Twinham seeing if he can try to keep it going. Dittmer's may even give him a bump trying to get into turn 1, but Michael McKinnon will clear Ryan Twinham as they come off of turn number 2.
And look at Adam Newbert. He was about to make it 3 wide there, but he has such a good run off of turn 2 coming down the back straightaway as you see the 34 of Tyler Dittmer battling with the 8 for second place.
Got to be a little faster on your ending there, Daniel, off the backstretch. Right now, the leader's closing in across the line. It is going to be White now in the middle, trying to go 3 wide. Morales and Lumpkin now make some move as they work again in front of them at a 2.
Lumpkin makes a move going down turn 2, heading down the back straightaway. We are still side by side with each other, nothing changing much as we are going in turn 3.
Morales going to see if he can get past Twinham. Twinham actually blinking just a little bit as he's up in the top lane, but Newbert's going to be very cautious with all of that as they're going to have Twinham, and Twinham may have disappeared right here, but Morales is going to be able to take that spot. Blanchard's going to be right behind him, but it's all Michael McKinnon and Tyler Dittmer going off of turn 2.
Michael McKinnon still your leader there in the 13 truck. Right behind him is the Tyler Dittmer 34, and in third place is the 4 of Adam Newbert.
McKinnon and Dittmer and now Newbert, those drivers battling. I bring back into the fold my colleague and beside me in the front stretch, Jacob Reeves. Jacob, you've raced iRacing before. I've only called it. I've never had iRacing a day in my life. But when you have somebody beside you having netcode issues and they're blinking and you're trying to run your own race, when does the worry become this guy's going to hit me or I'm going to hit them?
Right then. Honestly, I mean, you're praying when you see them blinking. When you see them blinking up top, you're keying up on that microphone. Hey, dude, you're blinking. You're fixing to kill us all, and you don't want that, obviously, especially this early in the race. We've already seen a bunch of wrecks that's actually took out a lot of great drivers, Brady LaBeouf being one of them that got caught up in one of the wrecks earlier. So, you know, when you see blinking and you see a lot of that going on, you really want to try to stay away from it. But like a track like right here at Kansas, you got to get right up on somebody's door and try to pull some type of side draft to pull them back. You got to get close to other guys. But, yeah, I mean, the worry starts right then.
And a new leader, Michael McKinnon, now up in front on lap number 35. The driver just outside of St. Louis in the Chevrolet. He's the man in front. Dittmer second from stage 1. Champion Newbert, Morales, Blanchard, your top 5 again out of 2.
Still a lot of truck drivers battling side by side going down the back straightaway, but Michael is still taking the lead here with Adam Newbert really charging on him.
Dittmer's going to be running the top. He's in the lead. Michael McKinnon's in second. Newbert's still running third. Dittmer looks like he's got a stranglehold on this baby as they're coming off of turn number 4. The battle for second. Newbert going to try to cut it all the way down to the grass. He's going to get to the door of Michael McKinnon. Newbert's going to see if he can try to get a shot right here, see if he can get past McKinnon, pull the slide job, and he will. See if he can try to catch up to Tyler Dittmer.
And look who it is charging through the field once again is the 5 truck of Jason Morales right behind the 13 truck trying to get up into the lead.
Yeah, some very exciting racing and still a lot of racing left to go here, no doubt. Closing in on 100 laps to go as they flash across the finish line. Dittmer now gets around McKinnon. He's your new leader. Newbert to third. Morales will follow. Blanchard top 5 again out of 2.
And look how that inside line is starting to work now, Wesley. It's because of the grip and the change in the track temperature and the day. So these drivers are going to start migrating to the bottom.
Michael McKinnon, his tires, I think he's not got the best of tires as Tyler Dittmer and Adam Newbert and some of these other guys, but Blanchard's going to see if he can try to get it going. Barnett up top, Justin White right behind him. Michael McKinnon holding off everybody the best that he can. Blanchard may send it. He will try to see if he can send it going into turn 1. All of them still trying to catch Tyler Dittmer.
And it looks like Adam Newbert is sniffing the draft of Tyler Dittmer right now, trying to get that lead. Right behind him is just truck mess.
Yeah, watching all this chaos and mayhem ensue, if you will. Still a long way to go. Under 10 to go in stage number 2. But right now, it is 3 wide in the middle. Look at this battle now. Blanchard going after it with White, Barnett, Morales right there as well. All this happening again out of turn 2. That's Stiers now in the middle in 9th.
Right now we are on board with Lance Miller in the 21 Chevrolet. Heading down back straightaway right in front of him is the 2 truck of Justin B. White. As you see, they're battling hard here.
Stiers looked like he was going to see if he could take a shot at Barnett, try to take him 3 wide. Michael McKinnon doing all he can, holding on to where he is. Very good run, very good way for him. Try to pull some strategy to try to get up here to the front. Dittmer's going to lead him. Newbert, Morales, Barnett, Michael McKinnon still trying to fight off all these guys as they come off of turn 2.
Right now, there's the 2 truck of Justin B. White. Right behind him is the 21 of Lance Miller. We haven't talked recently about him, but he is cracking the top 10, and he is getting really strong here.
Yeah, the Chevrolet of Justin White now sits in that number 7 spot. Looks like he's got a strong run. McKinnon now falling back after he led probably about less than 5 laps ago. Tyler Dittmer, though, trying to sweep stage 1 and stage 2. He's back in front. Newbert, the champion, right in tow, and that's the way they are out of 2.
And look at the 13 truck of Michael McKinnon. Now, are you beginning to wonder that he used his tire wear up too early on now that he's falling back, or you think they're just like being this aggressive right now?
Michael McKinnon going to be almost 3 wide. Looked like it was Kerry Tribute. Looked like he is going to make it 3 wide. He's going to stuff Justin White in the middle.
Oh,
wow.
no, trouble.
And
they turn.
Goodness.
White gets wrecked. Lance Miller gets turned. 2 or 3 trucks scattered. It should have been many more. Jacob Reeves, caution out for the 4th time here at Kansas.
Very, very unfortunate to see that right there, Wesley. I mean, they was going 3 wide. Tribute was on the bottom. Justin White smack dab in the middle, and Michael McKinnon up top. Looked like he actually just got just a little bit loose. That being Michael McKinnon, looked like he just got a little bit loose coming off of turn 4. Came straight down in to Justin White. I mean, that is very unfortunate to see that. As you see, getting loose, comes down, gets in to Justin White, and Tribute was actually able to save the truck, barely, but he was able to save it. And I mean, and it just chaos that just happened right behind everybody. Justin White took a hard lick right here in the tri-oval.
Michael McKinnon tried to stick it 3 wide. When he did, Contact was made. Kerry Tribune into Justin White. Justin White then in to the other machine of Lance Miller. And there's the accident that just happened here on the front straightaway in the tri-oval, putting us under the yellow flag for the 4th time. Another Serve Pro caution, fire and water, cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro takes care of all of those needs. Proud caution sponsor for the Monday night NASRA Sim Racer Hub Truck Series here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Let's go on board with Brian Chu. And Jacob, he sees nothing but smoke. Bottom line, nothing but smoke. Somehow weasels his way through it.
Yeah, he looked like a daggum snake in a forest, basically, just trying to weave through weaves, weave through trees, grass, whatever. I mean, he looked like that he was going to be fine on the bottom, but, you know, Wesley, in that particular instance, when you see a car or a truck in this matter go up and they hit the wall, you don't know where they're going. I mean, obviously you saw it. Brian Chu saw a lot of smoke. He didn't know exactly where he needed to go. But in those instances, when you see a truck go up and pound the wall, you know, there is banking that's in that tri-oval. His only option is to come down, especially how hard Justin White hit that wall. He could come straight back down the racetrack. So Brian Chu, he was just going everywhere that he could. And he got very, very lucky that he was not involved in that accident.
So it's going to be under 5 laps to go here in stage number 1. I think we might be able to get a couple of laps under our belt when we go back to the green flag. Let's give you the full field rundown right now. By the way, closing in on 50 laps. It is, of course, partly cloudy, 77 degrees on the ambient air temperature. The track temp right now is 120 degrees. That is hot, if you will. Very hot track conditions compared to the ambient temperature virtually at Kansas right now, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, this track being at 120 degrees, it's like you said, Wesley, it is hot, it is slick, and maybe that had a little bit to do with Michael McKinnon. Maybe it was his worn tires that he had. Maybe it was the track temperature, because with a hot temperature like this, it's going to make these tires that have been worn, is going to make them just so much slicker. It's going to make them really, really greasy and slipping and sliding all over the place. So these guys are playing basically chicken right now with the tires and the track. So these guys are playing chicken at almost 160, 170, sometimes 180 miles an hour. So, I mean, that's a game of chicken, honestly, Wesley, I wouldn't want to be involved in.
Let's give you a rundown right now. Jacob and I will, as they'll take a rest in the back straightaway, still under caution. Tyler Dittmer is the leader, and Adam Newbert is in second. Jason Morales is third. Joey Stiers is in fourth, and Steve Barnett, your top 5. Chris Kynes is in sixth. Derek Kilgore, 7th. Brandon Bullock is 8th. Lance Miller, 9th. And Zach Hartwig there. Jacob, your top 10.
Yep, and then you got Nathan Brower in 11th. Ron Hunter in 12th. Robbie Richards going to be in 13th spot. James Morris, Derek Kilgore, and then you got a bunch of these other guys that are just trying to miss it.
Yeah, let's wait for time to score an update, because it looks like it's gone cattywampus on us, and there's a whole bunch of positions changing here. It looks like it's just everything is just updated with another lap here on the board. I think we saw some drivers take the wave around and move back to try to get one of their laps back, being multiple laps down. Anyhow, we'll get ready to try to bring them back for the restart. It is Tyler Dittmer right now, the man that leads the way. Tyler Dittmer in truck number 34, the winner of stage number 1. Well, he's trying to win stage number 2 as well, and he is the man that's up in front. Raul Meza now to the number 2 spot. Of course, he has got the Serve Pro sponsorship adorned all over the Chevrolet number 37 out of California, and he will be the man ready to bring him back to the green flag on the front row on lap number 50, as I think we're going to try to get at least one lap in.
If we're going to have one lap that's going to be coming in, it's going to be a dogfight right here for these guys, just this one lap. But you know, some of the names that we haven't talked about, some of these guys at the back, Joey Doucette, Cody Knott, some of these guys that started way back in the back. Joey Doucette, if anybody following on the NASRA 360 Racing Network, Joey Doucette actually won last week at Chicagoland, started well deep in the field, 37th. So keep an eye on Joey Doucette. We'll see if he's got anything for these guys as we go green.
I think they're going to have one lap to get it done. Green flag goes back in the air, and this is going to be the stage right here. underway. Meza, Dittmer, Newbert, Morales, and the stage points are up for grabs. This is the final lap in stage number 2 there. Daniel off the back straightaway for the final time.
Look at the 5 truck of Jason Morales on that inside lane, just trying to keep second place. He's got to hold off a whole bunch of trucks there, scrambling everywhere as he's going to take the inside.
And Joey Sires, he actually finished 5th in the first stage. He has come alive now. He's going to see if he can try to get second. Dittmer looks like he's got this well in the bag. Looks like Dittmer's going to get it. Morales is going to be second. Joey Sires is going to be third. Adam Newbert fourth. And Steve Barnett going to be the top 5 guys right here in this stage. Wow, I mean, big run right there for some of these guys. Or they're still going green right here, Wesley.
Yeah, I'm surprised they've not driven a caution yet. I thought that the caution would come out here for the end of the stage, but it looks like they're still kind of running another couple of laps, it looks like. So all the while, it is Tyler Dittmer continuing to be the man that is up in front. A few more laps here in stage number 2. Looks like they've added on because of the caution. It looks like they might have added some more laps. I'm trying to check here with race control to find out. And stage 2 should have been on lap number 50, but I think they got to make a couple of more extra laps, and that's what they're trying to do right now. But all the while, it is still Tyler Dittmer, and I'm telling you, he has pulled away in a big lead. No one can catch that number 34. He has checked out away from all these other contenders of Newbert and all the other ones behind them. And I'll tell you what, Daniel, he's looking to lock up some more stage points, and those are crucial as we make a run to the playoffs.
And that is going to be very crucial, because the more stage points, the deeper you're going to go into the playoffs. And look who's sitting in second right now. That's kind of shocking me. Is the 23 of Joey Stiers. Hasn't seen him up front lately.
And Adam Newbert is actually going to take that spot from Joey Stiers. He's going to set his sights on Tyler Dittmer to put Newbert up to second. Joey Stiers under fire from Steve Barnett. And then you got Morales, Jason Morales, right behind him. Wow, Barnett sends it going into turn number 2.
As you see, the drivers now getting more aggressive as we are going on lap 55 coming out of turn 2. Nothing changing. Drivers just changing positions. Still battling side by side, but nothing new.
We're under green flag conditions. Please take down the Serve Pro Caution logo. As right now, I'm understanding we're still going to stay under green with Tyler Dittmer, the man leading the way. Adam Newbert, Steve Barnett, Joey Stiers, Jason Morales, your top 5. That's the way it stands again as the leaders work again their way off of 2.
And look at the 23 of Joey Stiers now battling with the 5 truck of Jason Morales right behind him.
And Brandon Broadfoot, he's actually going to take this spot right here from Jason Morales. Maybe he can see if he can try to pull the slide job. No, he will not. He will come down. He will actually give Jason Morales the room that was needed. He didn't squeeze him in the fence. Very respectful. Dittmer, Newbert, Barnett, Joey Stiers, and Brandon Broadfoot. That's going to be your top 5.
So, Jacob, and this is what I'm understanding, and the caution that came out was close to the end of stage number 2, so they let that caution flag be considered the end of stage number 2. We're in stage number 3. This is the run to the checkered flag. And again, by the way, Tyler Dittmer did get stage number 1, stage number 2, stage 3. He's up in front. He leads the way again there, Daniel, out of turn 2. But the defending champion, Adam Newbert, right there behind him.
Hey, don't count out Adam Newbert just yet. We're only on lap 58 of 140. We got long ways to go. But let's see if the 34 can dominate all 3 stages here, but it's too early to predict.
Steve Barnett, don't count him out. Joey Stiers, don't count these 2 guys out. These guys might actually go side by side. No, they will not. Barnett's going to close the door on Joey Stiers. Stiers will fall back in line. Morales is going to see if he can fall back in line, but Newbert is starting to put a charge on Tyler Dittmer right up his tailgate as they start to come off of turn number 2.
Leading the way, Tyler Dittmer. What a job he's got again to the back straightaway, Daniel, into turn number 3. Again, that's going to be Dittmer, Newbert, Barnett, Stiers, Morales, Broadfoot, Morris, Maurer, and Hunter, along with Donnie Lyons. That's your top 10. Flip-flop those spots as they work their way again off the corner. But in another great battle heating up here is Morales now, and that's going to be Stiers. Stiers again, battling with Jason Morales, battling with Broadfoot on the outside. That happens to go on lap number 60.
and there's so many battles going on right now. But look at the 22 truck of Braden Broadfoot. I mean, he's been very good today. He's battling well, and he's almost in the top 5, so keep a close eye on him.
Broadfoot has had a very, very consistent day. Started this race in the 7th position all the way up to 6th. Sitting here watching all of these guys battle. Joey Stires and Steve Barnett not wanting to give up that 3rd position. These guys are battling it out as Newbert right up the tailgate of Tyler Dittmer. He's going to see if he can take a shot off of turn 2 for the lead.
And he made a shot for the lead. I don't know if it's going to capitalize from it, though, my friend. All this going on now as they work their way back to the back stretch going into turn number 3. You're on board with Brandon Broadfoot. This is going on for that number 6 position as they come back to the line. Again, we're in stage number 3. We're closing in on halfway. This 80-lap run, or over 80 laps, will take us to the checkered flag. Dittmer leads, but behind them, though, Daniel Paulus, it is a storm brewing for second on back.
It really is, and if these two keep battling off and on, it's just going to gain everybody to come right back up to them.
Steve Barnett, he actually had to give way. Joey Stires pulled the slide job and was able to pull it off, but Barnett's going to see if he can keep it down low, see if he can keep it rolling right here, get some momentum. No, he will not. Morales is going to get a little bit of momentum. Morales is going to see if he can shoot to the top, and it looks like Barnett's actually going to close the door. Single file right here.
And this is what I was talking about. Now look at behind Adam Newbert. Now he brought 3 more trucks up with him, so now it's going to be even more difficult to try to get the lead as there's now 5 trucks battling.
And while all this is going on, look at now this exciting racing going on about the top 5. Joey Stires trying to get to Steve Barnett's back tailgate. He's got Broadfoot and Morris right there behind him. Couple of Toyotas, a Chevrolet, and a Ford battling for the top 10 from 4th through 7th. And don't count out Nathan Maurer. He's also put the 23 truck right into that crosshairs of those drivers as they climb the banking again out of 2.
This is very exciting, but look at how he's getting the run off the inside line. That is just shocking to me, but he's going to duck in the 3rd to see Adam Newbert going first.
Yeah, Newbert's going to see if he can dive it in there. Look like he sent it going into turn number 3. Not going to be able to make it stick. Almost gets into Dittmer, but he was able to keep it down. Dittmer's going to be able to keep the lead. That broke Newbert's momentum. Here comes Stires. He's going to see if he can take a shot right here for second. Newbert on the bottom, but they're all trying to catch Tyler Dittmer.
Newbert's going to have to probably fall back in the 3rd here now behind Joey and try to work around him again. But Joey's staying really strong here for second.
Man, watching him down to the inside of the racetrack, Joey Stires has come out of nowhere, and he has pounced to the number 2 position, looking now possibly for the lead on the number 34. Tyler Dittmer's Toyota under attack. Chevrolets, 3 of them now, or Toyotas are. Joey Stires now trying to go to the lead again out of 2 on the bottom.
Trying to get the lead away from Dittmer, but they're going to be side by side. But look at Adam Newbert. He is now in the top lane, and the 23 just had enough to get in there, but he's going to go to the inside.
And you called it, Wesley. Joey Stires absolutely out of nowhere. Like I said earlier, started this race in the 20th position up here trying to see if he can get Dittmer, see if he can be able to just barely get a little bit of momentum. He's not going to be able to do it. Here comes Adam Newbert. He's going to take a shot on the top side. Everybody just seeing if they can squeeze around and try to find what room they can. Dittmer going to run the top, see if Joey can get him off of 2.
Look at how Joey is trying to find different lines here. Trying to get around the 34 of Dittmer. He's going to try again once.
Well, Newbert wants to stay committed to the outside lane. Joey Stires has got that truck tugged to the bottom of the racetrack, and he's giving him a fit now to the driver of Dittmer. Also, lap traffic all in the way. Dittmer, Stires, Newbert, Barnett. By the way, track temp has dropped down to 118. Got to be cooling off a little bit, Daniel, as they work the back stretch coming to halfway.
And that's going to change the effect on how their car is handling. So they're going to have to make a few changes probably. But look at the 23 getting held up there.
Yeah, and it looks like that it's going to be Doucette. He's the lap truck that's going to be right in front of these guys trying to find a way. See, everybody can get around him almost 4 wide. They're going to split Doucette. Dittmer to the top, Stires to the bottom. They just absolutely blew right by Doucette. And this might be the move that Joey Stires needs to try to get around Tyler Dittmer.
Joey Stars is going to want to try to stay on his quarter panel, try to side draft and give him that dirty air to try and get that lead, but he just can't because the 4 is right there.
This isn't done, guys. We're continuing to watch this going on, and man, one wrong slip from somebody and you can say the words crash right now. Everyone kind of minds their P's and Q's. They hold it together. We watch this go back into turn number 1 and 2, the battle for the lead. 3 trucks fighting for it here at Kansas on lap number 71, this time by the halfway.
Oh, wow. Look at how the 23 of Joey Stires got on the 34 right there. I was for sure thought he was going to slip into the 34 and they were going to go around.
Yeah, he slid up very, very tight right there on Tyler Dittmer's door. And I'm sure Adam Newbert saw that, but he is not going to try to be denied. Newbert may even try to take a shot to the top right here on Dittmer, but Joey Stires just will not go away. Tyler Dittmer just wanting him to go away at this point, but Joey Stires is still holding it strong. We'll see if he's able to pull the slide job off of 2.
Yep, he's going to be clear now. And look at the 4 truck now trying to push the 34, but the 23 just took the lead away.
Crossover, slider, all these things that you hear going on in the dirt track racing world. It's going on here at Kansas Speedway as well. Morella's now trying to get around Barnett. He throws the block on Brandon Broadfoot. That's inside the top 10. Broadfoot down below the bottom of the apron. Dittmer now leads, scampering away from Stires and Newbert. There's the battle for the lead again out of 2.
Adam Newbert and Dittmer now battling side by side, which is going to hurt them trying to catch with the leader now as you see Joey pulling away.
I'm telling you, Tyler Dittmer was Superman for the first 2 stages, but out of nowhere, he is starting to look like he is dropping like a rock. Adam Newbert going to slide right by him, see if he can try to go after Joey Stires. That's going to put Tyler Dittmer back to 3rd. After that, you got 4th with Nathan Morauer, and then you got Steve Barnett. That's going to be your top 5 as they come off of 2.
And don't forget, these top 3 are literally separated from 4th and 5th position, but the 3rd place truck right now is just not having it.
The A's Lawn and Landscaping 200 has reached the halfway point just a few laps after that here at Kansas Speedway. Daniel Paulus on the back straightaway and Jacob Reeves up top side. I'm Wesley Outland on behalf of Brady LaBeouf and Cody Knott of Nazareth, and of course TJ Moore, the race director, as well as Adam Flieger, our producer director. We welcome you to coverage of the Nazareth Sim Racer Hub Truck Series. Joey Stires is now the new leader. Adam Newbert is 2nd. Tyler Dittmer is 3rd. Nathan Maurer, your top 4, with Steve Barnett 5th. Morellas, Broadfoot, Hunter, Morris, and Hamilton, your top 10. There's been 5 caution flags and a battle for 2nd brewing now. Adam Newbert under attack. Joey Stires, the battle for the lead. Tyler Dittmer falls back to 3rd as they climb up the banking on lap number 75. Daniel in front of you out of 2.
23 and the 4 battling side by side, making crossover moves, slide jobs. It is an exciting race so far, and we're only on lap 75. Look at the 4 truck making a move now, slingshot move on the 23 heading in turn 3. See if you can clear him.
Stires looked like he got in the fence a little bit. That's going to be A-OK for Adam Newbert. Take the number 4 Toyota to the front. Adam Newbert, our defending champion, he will lead here at Kansas Speedway. Joey Stires going to go back to 2nd. Tyler Dittmer just watching all of this from about a 2nd back.
As you see the 4 truck battling with the 23. 23 is in the wall. He just scraped that whole right side. That's going to affect him costly here for that lead. He had it there for a second.
Joey Stires losing the lead now. The champion of last year powers to the top spot again. Toccoa, Georgia's Adam Newbert, his Toyota for Swim, and Jeff Sickles has got to have a smile on his face. That truck back to the lead. Stires, a Chevrolet, back to 2nd. A Toyota back to 3rd with Dittmer. A Chevrolet to Bauer to 4th, and a Toyota Barnett, top 5 out of 2.
And look who it is. Literally in 4th place right now is the Nathan Moore in the 971 battling with our truck driver.
And Nathan Maurer, he actually started this race in the 27th position. Much like Joey Stires, some of these guys coming from the back of the pack and making their presence known up here at Kansas Speedway. Nathan Maurer is actually going to get around Tyler Dittmer Dittmer is dropping back. The next one to him will be Steve Barnett as they come off of turn 2.
And from the standings right now, it is just Tyler Dittmer. He was, oh, somebody's in the fence on the backstretch.
Now we got one that we're hearing hitting the back straightaway fence, but somehow got back rolling again, keeps on going. We'll stay under the green flag. Hearing reports that it's the 89 of Sean Hamilton, our friend of the north from Canada. Somehow, some way, keeps it forward. We stay green as we're approaching lap number 80 here at Kansas. Right now, Newbert now the man that leads the way, the champion of last year. And behind them, it's not done yet. Battle for the top 10 is furious in the backstretch going to 3.
It really is, and Nathan Moore just came out of nowhere in that 971 truck.
And Jason Morales, he's actually in the 6th position, started this race on the pole. Looks like he's going to get a little bit of under fire from Steve Barnett, and don't count out Brandon Broadfoot right behind these guys, just waiting for one of them to slip, see if he can take a shot at it. But the champion looks like he is just pulling away from Joey Stires. That is Adam Newbert.
Another truck driver, Jacob, that we haven't talked about is Ron Hunter in the 30 truck now cracking the top 10. So this is very interesting.
Well, there's the number 5, Jason Morales, now working his way into that number 6 position. He's had some strong moments, if you will, but now just kind of being patient. I think we're going to see green flag pit stops, obviously. The last pit lap was on lap 47 and 48 for a lot of these top contenders. And right now, Adam Newbert on lap number 81 continues to lead the charge. Morales, though, comfortable on the back straightaway.
Nothing changing much. Adam Newbert is your leader once again here at Kansas Motor Speedway. Guys, are we expecting pit stops soon?
I think we're actually going to see them very, very closely. I mean, you touched on it right then, Wesley. I mean, these guys went in around the 50-lap mark, and they've already went 30 laps on their tires. Obviously, with this track, it actually went back up the track temperature up to 120 degrees, and we talked about how slick that this track can be with these guys slipping and sliding all over the place. We've already seen Joey Stires slipping and sliding, going up into the fence, and he's trying his hardest to see if he can try to run what he's got. But believe it or not, Nathan Maurer has actually got around Joey Stires. This guy started, like I said, back in the 27th spot. He is rolling up through this field, see if he's got a shot for Adam Newbert. And it looks like Tyler Dittmer actually also got around Joey Stires as they come off of turn number 2.
You ever heard of that? Christmas song, Christmas times are coming? Well, pit stop times are coming, and it's going to be under the green flag, and it will be under green flag pit stops, and it will be the money stop as well, as Adam Newbert has now opened up that interval to close the second now on Joey Stires. Remember Joey Stires? He picked up a win during the clash at Nashville back a couple of weeks ago, and I think if I remember, Joey Stires won last week at Nashville Speedway, or he was one of those contenders. Make no bones about it, though, Daniel. It's time to go, and Adam Newbert knows that. He's gone in 2.
It is time to go, and Wesley and Jacob, during these green flag pit stops, you do not want to make mistakes. You don't want speed coming in, you don't want speed coming out. You certainly don't want to miss your pit stop because it will cost you.
Yeah, it absolutely will. Adam Newbert checking out Nathan Maurer, seeing if he can try to catch back up the best that he possibly can. Everyone seems like that they're running completely different lines. You got some that are running the top, some running the middle. Some look like that they're running the bottom. Look like Barnett was running the bottom. Here he is. He's going to run the middle as they come off of turn number 2.
Yeah, still spread out evenly here, going down the back straightaway. 971, pretty strong here, sitting in second place. I think he's got a chance.
Nathan Maurer, his Chevrolet number 971, now comfortably working his way now back through the tri-oval out of turn number 4 to the number 2 spot. The interval, though, now about 1.5 seconds between Newbert and Maurer. Dittmer is about 1.5 seconds back to Maurer there for that second spot. Stires has fell back also about 4 seconds. 5 seconds back is Barnett and Morales, and they're on the back stretch. Again, Jacob, going to turn number 3. We're efforting green flag, money stop, pit stops in any moment. The only question is who will pull off first.
Yeah, and any of these guys that are running up front, any of these guys could pull off first. I would expect Joey Stiers, the 23 truck, to be able to pull off. He would be one of the first ones that I would see, as much as that he has fell off. Granted, he had one great battle with Adam Newbert up front, and they were slipping and sliding all over the place. So, I mean, any time these guys is going to be sliding down pit road, getting those 4 fresh tires and filling it up full of fuel.
And Daniel, I'm thinking undercut also. Who will be the person that rolls the dice to come down to the pit lane earlier than the fast leaders and maybe go for an undercut for an advantage on these drivers?
I'm going to make a bold prediction. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but this is going to be a home run prediction. I'm going to say the 971 of Nathan Myers is going to come down pit road earlier than the 4.
All right, we'll see what happens. Right now, the 971 sits in that number 2 spot as Adam Newbert, Nate Maurer, of course, Tyler Dittmer, Joey Stiers, Jason Morales, your top 5. It's Steve Barnett, Brandon Broadfoot, Ron Hunter, and Sean Hamilton with Donnie Lyons in the top 10. You've got now 4 Toyotas and now 6, count them, Chevrolets in the top 10 as we're approaching lap 100. Lap 90 is coming up on the board. Newbert's the leader. He's on the back straightaway. Nobody in sight.
Newbert has nothing to worry about. Just keep looking forward. Pit when you're ready. Just don't make a mistake and you're fine.
Couple of guys back here battling for the 9th and 10th position. Sean Hamilton and Donnie Lyons. You just touched on Donnie Lyons in the 79 truck. Actually started this race all the way back in the 39th position, all the way up here, has cracked the top 10 and seeing if he can try to get more. But they are trying to see if they can get a hold of Ron Hunter, who is in the 8th position, started 25th. They're going to see if they can get it. It's Hunter, Hamilton, and Lyons, all of them battling for that 8th spot.
Nothing changing much here. Going down the back straightaway, drivers are way far out, nowhere near each other besides these 3 trucks right now battling.
Adam, I want you to stay on that truck number 30 and zoom in on him if you want to real quickly. That's the Hunter Performance entry number 30 of Ron Hunter. That's a driver, Jacob, that I've known the last couple of years through the not only the Northwest Racing Series. He competes on the Northwest Truck and Cup and now Xfinity as well, but also running NASRA. And I'm telling you, he struggled, but the more and more that the Hunter Performance Motorsports number 30 has competed in NASRA this year, you have seen a better performance out of Ron Hunter, not only in the NASRA competition, but also in the Northwest competition. And I think he's definitely going to be due for a win very soon. Right now, he sits in the top 10 now in the 30 truck.
Yeah, and Wesley, you touched on it with as many leagues, I guess you could say, that he is racing in. Practice makes perfect. I mean, the only time, I mean, obviously me being a racer myself, all you can get more practice, more reps, and that will only benefit you later on down the road, whether that be the truck, the Xfinity, the Cup, or whether that be a Dirt Pro late model that you would see at Lucas Oil Speedway, whatever the case. The more practice that you can get, the more reps that you're able to get, it can only get better and better. But great run by Ron Hunter tonight.
Adam Newbert doing a phenomenal job too. He still leads. Nobody has pitted yet. Nathan Maurer up 25 spots. He's in the number 2 position. There's Kyle Hess. Obviously, there's a driver that we've kind of said's kind of having a quiet night, the driver of that 86 truck. Let's check the scoring telemetry right now. On the lead lap, but in 16th position, a solid top 20. We got a caution. Oh, no. Caution is out. This will change the complexion of the entire race as we have a caution out. It's Christopher Blanchard and the 69 involved as well. And, oh, my, Tim Hammond, producer / truck driver, along with Adam Flieger and also Cody Donald, our NASRA coverage, involved in an accident. Yellow flag puts out another Serve Pro caution. Daniel, Jacob, make no bones about it. You are going to see everybody coming down for a feeding frenzy for virtual tires and fuel on pit road.
You're going to see everybody come down pit road. Forget the strategy. It's over. Caution's out. This is going to be the money stop right here. So you're going to want to try to get into pit road as smooth as possible. Get those good tires on. Get your fuel. and try to beat everybody out pit road, because this could be our final restart, but I doubt it's going to be our final restart.
I think that just lit up the sparks. We had sparklers, now we got pyro on the track here, no doubt, Jacob Reeves.
Yeah, we got absolute pyro, as you see it on your screen, with all the fire that we just had on the screen. You're fixing to see it all right here at Kansas Speedway.
Everybody on pit road. Everybody on pit road. Just like I said, it is going to be a feeding frenzy of tires and fuel. And there's your pick, Nate Maurer. I think he beat him off pit road.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
Wow.
He did.
No. They're saying Adam Newbert beat him off.
Hey,
Newbert beat him by just a fender.
Look who's in third place. It's Joey.
Yeah, Joey Stires. We just talked about him. Started all the way back there in the back. And this is actually, Wesley, this is actually a caution that Joey Stires most desperately needed. He, like we talked about, he was up there battling with Adam Newbert for the lead. And then all of a sudden, it's just like that he just had about a, well, I guess you could say a 500-pound rock just got slammed straight into the floorboard of his truck and just started going straight back, started going up, hitting the wall, trying to keep that truck up under him. And he was going back and back, but Joey Stires needed this caution right here from what we could see, and I guarantee you he would not disagree with any of us here at the NASRA 360 Racing Network. He needed that caution as bad as he needed it to. He's going to line up third right behind Adam Newbert and Nathan Maurer. And look at this, Tyler Dittmer. He's going to be lining up in fourth, so don't count out that 34 machine. He won the first two stages. Wesley, this is fixing to be a shootout right here. I mean, I know we still got over 40 laps to go, but this is fixing to be crazy right here.
And this will put us under the yellow flag again for another Serve Pro caution, restoring homes affected by fire, water, mold, or hurricanes like it never even happened. Serve Pro, our official caution sponsor. We'll take a break. We come back with the final 40 laps here from Kansas. This is the NASRA 360 Racing Network and the A's Lawn and Landscaping 200. No commercial? We're not going commercial? Right now, there you go, Adam. All right. Pace truck is in, ladies and gentlemen. Serve Pro caution is done. We are back, and we are going to the green flag. Approaching lap 100. Yeah, baby. And the run for the money. This is the race to the cash right here. Payout window is open. Lap 97. Newbert Stires on the front row. Not anymore. They fan back out single file. Maurer, Dittmer, Hamilton now makes the move to the bottom out of two.
The 23 is sitting comfortably in second position, now trying to get to the 4 of Adam Newbert.
Dittmer going to see if he can try to slice it and dice. He already got around Nathan Maurer. Now he's going to set his sights on Joey Stires. Remember, this guy won the first two stages. He wants to try to sweep it here at Kansas, but he's got to get through Joey Stires first. And then obviously the previous champion from last season, Adam Newbert, who looks like he is going to start checking out as they come off of turn number 2.
top 3 are all single file, but look at Dittmer and that run he's getting on the 23 coming down the back straightaway.
So the battle going on for the number 2 spot. Virginia native Tyler Dittmer, winner of the first 2 stages, up on the outside, makes a run of the Chevrolet of Stiers. Stiers throws the block to the bottom. They're side by side. Jason Morales, we ain't mentioned that name in a while. He's back up in the mix. Maurer, Broadfoot, they're back at it again out of 2, and we're still side by side for second out of 2.
I don't know what's going on with the 971. But he has fallen back tremendously. I don't know what happened, but he needs to start getting back up to the front.
Joey Stiers going to see if he can keep it down on the bottom with Morales. Brandon Broadfoot has just popped out of nowhere once again. Was actually running around the top 10 before this caution came out. Here comes Broadfoot. He's going to see if he can stuff it up on the top lane. Here he goes, right up against the fence. Joey Stiers down on the bottom, and Sean Hamilton right behind him, seeing if he can get someone. Broadfoot gets loose.
Broadfoot's in the wall. Somehow he saves it. Will stay green. Hamilton got by as they go into turn number 3 there, Jacob. Oh, my goodness. No caution. No caution. Broadfoot into the fence, and now we got trouble. Blanchard spins into the pack. He almost tagged Justin Lumpkin's Toyota. Now everybody's on the binders. Almost halfway down the bottom of the apron, on the top of the banking on the bottom, is Blanchard's truck. Now it spins to the infield, rolls away, and we're under caution again.
Big caution right there. That's something that some of these guys really didn't want to see, but it all started with Brandon Broadfoot actually getting very, very loose. He actually caught that seam right in turn number 1 and number 2. Looks like he slides up a little bit. Hamilton gets into him as well, and it actually looked like that Nathan Maurer was the one that actually jumped straight down to the bottom. McKinnon tried to see if he could hold on to it and try to get around him as well, but McKinnon went all the way to the bottom of the racetrack and tried to see if he could straighten it back up, was not able to keep it down, and that's what sent Christopher Blanchard spinning and causing a big melee in turn number 3.
Yeah, we're watching it again here on the replay. Obviously, this started, well, I would say that it could have started bunching up the pack when Broadfoot bounced off the safer barrier on the back straightaway. But then look at Michael McKinnon. Oh, there's the culprit right there. Michael McKinnon tags the left rear of the number 9 of Blanchard, and then nowhere to go for Lumpkin to go. Somehow he got through it, and just very, very lucky. In your viewpoint there, Daniel, what did you think on the back straightaway you saw?
Well, what I saw is I saw the 13 just go
About the same thing, yeah.
so low, I couldn't even see where he went. And then next thing I know, on the next camera angle, he just came back up into the track, and I swear I thought the 9 was going to save it. But you guys called it. The 9 went around, and he did tag the 18 also.
Lumpkin.
Oh,
did y'all see? We need to go on board Adam Flieger with Justin Lumpkin. Watch this, Jacob and Adam, on the replay there, Daniel. Thank you for your observation of the back straightaway. But, man, as I mentioned, I thought Justin Lumpkin, Jacob, was going to get caught up in this accident as well. The purple number 18 Toyota for Swim Racing, and somehow he was able to weasel by through this thing and not get caught up in it.
Yeah, I mean, but barely. I mean, by an inch. He may actually have a little bit of front-end damage, as you see right here. I mean, barely tapped Christopher Blanchard. But, I mean, I'll tell you this much. With as much was going on right there, Wesley, it's amazing that Justin Lumpkin is actually sitting in the top 10 right now. Hopefully his front end is not dinged up as bad as it is, as we're going to be riding on board right here with Christopher Blanchard. As you see, they're sliding. Hamilton barely sneaks by, almost gets, I guess you could say, tailgate tagged right there in turn number 3.
Wow.
And then right here on the right side of the screen, you're barely going to see Lumpkin. Look like he just barely clipped Christopher Blanchard. So it didn't look like that he hit him that hard. I mean, Lumpkin was on the brakes and was off the gas and on the brakes as much as he possibly could. So, I mean, from what I'm seeing, his front bumper doesn't actually look that bad. So he might actually be okay to continue for this race.
Oh, and by the way, nobody is coming down to the pit lane. Not if you're up in the front there, Daniel Paulus. If you're in the front, no one is taking on tires and fuels. They're staying right where you're at for track position.
Hey, I would stay right where I am too, because why would you gamble going down pit road when you know this could be the last caution? And if you pitted, well, now you have to work your way all the way up through the field. But there is an advantage to that where the drivers that didn't pit are on old tires, so you are gonna have new tires, but I just don't think you're gonna get there in time. So that's the disadvantage right there.
By the way, I got to give props to STK for our live timing and scoring. Sometimes I give Daniel and Jacob, I give SDK hell for the sometimes timing and scoring not going right. But I got to tell you, they did an update with an iRacing update as well last week for the Week 13 update, as well as updated SDK. I am very impressed with their SDK live timing and scoring. Don't touch it. Don't mess with it. Leave it alone. I love the way it looks. I love the way information. I love the data. I love all the things where you can pick and choose what you want. I love the color. I love everything that they've done with updating our time and scoring. I know that our audience cannot hear it. They're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? But I promise you, if you are a fan or if you know iRacing or if you've ever done SDK for live timing and scoring, big kudos to them, Jacob, no doubt, as we get ready for a restart, brother.
Yeah, I mean, big kudos to SDK. And, us iRacers, we actually use it as many intervals as we possibly can, use as much on a screen to be able to tell us, as much as we can, when we're racing. That way we're able to know everything that's going on with the race. But with all that going on, here we go. Green flag. Adam Newbert shoots straight out through there. He is gone. Starts to check out. Jason Morales and Tyler Dittmer going to be door to door as they try to go into turn number 1. But it looks like Adam Newbert's just going to check out. Looks like Dittmer's going to slide down into third as they come off of turn number 2.
Adam Newbert sailing away, but look who's in second place right now is Jason Morales in that 5-truck Toyota Tundra. Been very strong here and there, but let's see if he can take the lead as we have a truck driver in the wall.
Truck in the fence. I believe that was the 34, actually, Hunter Parsons. It might have been, or the number, Ron Hunter's truck, I believe, is the one that got up in the fence, but they still hold it together. We still stay green. We still stay in 2. And Newbert, the leader, now under attack by Morales on the outside.
As you see the 5-truck now battling side by side with Newbert. He's probably going to have to duck in behind him, but if not, he's going to want to try to use him on the inside here.
Newbert's going to be right up on the top. Morales shoves it off into turn number 3. See if he can try to pull the slide job. He actually kept it down on the bottom and didn't jump up in front of Newbert. Very, very classy right there by Jason Morales. He will lead that lap. Newbert's going to keep the top door to door for the lead. Steve Barnett, Tyler Dittmer, some of these guys back here in the back just waiting for these guys to pull it off and as they come off of turn number 2.
Jason Morales got a little loose there out of turn 2, but he is battling still for the lead.
Working their way again off the corner out of turn number 4. Lap number 107 flashes up on the scoreboard. It is, again, Morales, the man now, the leader. He has now got company, though, by 2 trucks. Where did Steve Barnett come from? And they wreck each other. Morales is up in the fence. The champion of last year, Adam Newbert, involved. He scampers back down to the bottom of the apron and makes everyone else check up behind him. And they're wrecking as well. They're on the binders out of 2.
Oh, my goodness. Big race implications right here. I mean, Newbert tried to go for the top lane. Morales had none of it and just barely got into one another and sent Morales around. I mean, there was nowhere really for Newbert to be able to go, and then here you go, Newbert just going straight down. As we're going to see it right here on the instant replay by Adam Flieger, see what he saw right here with this replay. Yeah, Morales just absolutely just squeezed Newbert all the way up into the fence. I mean, literally squeezed him all the way up, and absolutely nowhere for Newbert to go, sends Morales around. And
now watch
then
the
Newbert
4
right here. Yeah, Newbert right here up against the fence looked like he was trying to get off of the wall and just came down in front of the whole field. Everybody had to check up and see if they could try to miss him.
That is a shame.
This is right now in the apex of the turn, and there you see now Brady LaBeouf got into the driver's side of the Swim Motorsports number 4. Let's watch this again. Watch the 4. DHR Electric number 4 Toyota, the champion of last year from Tacoma, Georgia, Newbert. And then Newbert tags the left rear And pretty much from there, that's the end result. Everyone else quickly able to get on the binders to miss him. But again, Jacob, as you said, man, that happened right after he got tangled with Morales up in the fence. He came back down after the contact in the safer barrier, dropped to the middle of the apron of the racetrack, and Brady LaBeouf, the driver of Yuma, Arizona, Louisiana, had nowhere to go.
Yeah, and believe it or not, Wesley, this is actually shades of 2015 with Joey Logano and Matt Kenseth. Actually at this track, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it wasn't in Kansas, maybe it was at Chicagoland. I'm not real sure, but I think it was actually at Kansas. Both of them got tangled up, and this is exactly what it looked like. The only difference is that the second place guy didn't just drive into the second corner and just dump him. It actually happened before they even got to the turns. So, I mean, that's very unfortunate to see all of that happen right there. I mean, that's just good, hard racing. But, I mean, you know, Jason Morales just tried to clear him the best that he possibly could and just squeezed Newbert up into the fence. And, I mean, heck, it was game on from there.
Caution out. By the way, we are now at track temp 114 of another Serve Pro Caution Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration. Again, thanks to Serve Pro for being our title sponsor for the Monday Night Nazareth Sim Racer Hub Truck Series. And the A's Lawn and Landscaping 200 has now tipped over on its lid, if you will, virtual lid, and changed the entire complexion of the race with now under 30 laps to go. Anybody now, Daniel Paulus, could win this race. And by the way, Toyota number 42, Steve Barnett, now the new leader.
I mean, if you look at it right now, guys, we haven't even talked about Steve Burnett that much tonight. And
Nope.
It's a shocker. I mean, he could win tonight. We don't know. But let's talk about Adam Newbert just for a second quick. Now, if he didn't come down during that wreck, do you think they would have still wrecked, or do you think he would have been fine? Because I felt like if he didn't come down, he would have been fine. But now that he's got this rear damage, I feel like it's going to affect him now. And he's not going to get back to the lead now. So I think he's off the charts for winning tonight.
So you got to remember, am I right here, Jacob Reeves? There's no fast repairs, which means you cannot do a 100% fix. However, can they go down to the pit lane and take on the damage clock and try to fix some of this damage to try to continue to contend?
You are absolutely right. I mean, this is no fast repairs in this league, which is basically, I guess you could say, the realistic way, or the most realistic way that you could have a race. And but yes, they can go down in the pit road. There will be a clock that will show up on their screen, and they're going to be able to go in, and it will tell them exactly how much time that they have on that damage clock to be able to fix their car, to not actually get it to 100%. You know, a lot of people will sit there and say, oh, yeah, it'll get to 100%. No, it won't. The only way it's going to get 100% is if there is a fast repair, and they don't have fast repairs, but they can get that truck fixed to almost perfect condition to where they are actually going to be, I guess you could say, competitive for the remainder of this race.
But here's the question. Do you think he has enough time to get back up to the lead?
Well, we've seen a lot of hard racing between a bunch of these guys, and, you know, no offense to Adam Newbert, who's back there in the back, that, you know, maybe he was able to get some of that damage fixed, but, I mean, it's a long climb all the way through these trucks to try to get back up there. I'm showing him right now in the 27th position, so it's going to be really, really tough to see that Ford truck come back up front, but here we go. They're coming into the Geico restart zone. They're on the gas. Steve Barnett, he is the leader, chose the outside lane. Dittmer on the bottom, and Dittmer actually looked like he was sleeping just a little bit on that restart. Looked like Steve Barnett is going to pull away and try to see if he can get to grab a stranglehold on this baby as they come off of turn 2.
Steve Barnett takes the lead strong here, but look at the 34 having that nice run. That is Tyler Dittmer. Remember, he won stages 1 and 2.
First time tonight we saw the driver of the Hillbilly Highline Racing entry lead, but not for long. Dittmer back to the outside, clears him to the lead with 25 laps to go, and now to the inside comes Hamilton, the Canadian, looking for the lead now on Dittmer out of turn 2.
Battling side by side here for second, coming down now turn 2, but look at these drivers, how aggressive they are with 26 laps to go, and it's very exciting.
Looks like Barnett was going to pull the crossover right here on Sean Hamilton. Hamilton going to see if he can use a little bit of draft off of Tyler Dittmer, but it's not going to be enough. Looks like it's going to be side by side. Steve Barnett on the bottom, Sean Hamilton up top, and don't count out Ron Hunter. Wesley, we talked about Ron Hunter with all the experience that he's been getting in a bunch of these other leagues. Here he is up at front with 25 to go.
Gotta hope that nobody slips up and he's in the wall. Ron Hunter slams the wall. He's off the pace. Everyone else stays to the bottom of the apron. We still stay under the green flag. No caution. Whatever opportunity Ron Hunter just went for, he bonsai'd, and it might have been a little too prematurely. The Hunter Print Media, Hunter Performance Motorsports machine into the fence. He'll fall all the way back, and now they're scampering around behind him for the lead and spots into 1 and 2.
3 wide now with Ron Hunter on the outside line here, but that's a shame for Ron Hunter. I mean, he was gonna have such a good run.
Steve Barnett up top, Raul Meza gonna be down on the bottom. He's actually gonna take second, try to get more off of Tyler Dittmer, almost gets into the fence, but one guy that we haven't talked about a lot in this race who started 40th, more or less you could say dead last, Brandon Bullock in the 17 truck all the way up to the top 5. What a drive by Bullock as they come off of turn number 2.
Brandon Bullock in that 17 truck. It would be caution's out, guys.
Oh, we got trouble. Blanchard spins again. Another incident involving the Blanchards towing forward to the bottom of the apron. I don't think anyone else got collected, and it may be Ron Hunter. I think I saw a little glimpse of it on the pole. Instant replay, and another caution flag presented by Serve Pro. You saw it break loose there, Daniel Paulus. Yellow flag out, by the way, for the 8th time.
Yeah, it looks like Ron Hunter was just trying. He saw an opening. He was going to try to take it, but he just rubbed against Christopher Blanchard there, and it just got him very loose. And some help.
Actually, I do not think that was Ron Hunter, guys. Dan Hagan is up in the air. Dan Hagan in the air. Kyle Hess, or the 65 involved. But I don't believe I don't think, Daniel, I don't think that was Ron Hunter. I really don't think he caused that accident there with Christopher Blanchard.
No, honestly, Wesley, I'm seeing it right here. They were coming off of turn number 4, and this actually started all the way back with Michael McKinnon, who actually came down the track just a little bit, kind of got in to Christopher Blanchard.
Oh, it's the 79.
It is.
Right. Guys, it's the 79 of, I know we talked about McKinnon there, Jacob, but the 79 of Donnie Lyons, he's the one that got into Blanchard.
Yeah, and Donnie Lyons is just gonna. You basically called it. With Donnie Lyons getting into him right there. Blanchard was still trying to gather it back up from when Michael McKinnon got into him, and Donnie just sends it straight in there, gets into the left side of Blanchard, and just spins him around, and then everybody else. It basically, like we talked about earlier, Wesley, this is basically like a mini Talladega from what it's been seeing. If you've got one guy that's gonna wreck, it's just game on after that, because if one guy spins, it's going to end up being a 5-car pileup every single time. At least that's what it's looked like so far here in this race.
Boy, oh boy, man, this is really made this race interesting, no doubt about it. This you see now Steve Barnett, the Hillbilly Racing, or the Highline Racing entry, excuse me, now looking strong. His teammate right there, Tyler Dittmer, leading. Raul Meza, man, what a drive for Raul Meza. I know we mentioned him earlier. Obviously got Serve Pro on his truck, our caution sponsor, Serve Pro Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration. But the Californian in the Warrior Racing Esports entry, he's looking really, really strong. He's up in this battle now. And, man, if you're behind the top 10, if you're in the top 10, I meant to say, Daniel, you cannot pit. Nobody's coming to the pit lane right now. No one is.
Do not pit. If I was the crew chief, I would say stay out and take it. I wouldn't pit unless you have damage once again. you don't want to lose your track position because we're getting close to the end now, guys. So if it was me, if I was the 42, I would stay out.
Some of these guys back here in the back, honestly, Wesley, they may have a maybe get a little bit of a shot in the arm for maybe fresher tires to be able to see if they can try to slide up there. I mean, we've been talking about this track temp. It's actually cooled down a little bit, 114 degrees, which it was earlier about 120, 122 degrees. So it's cooled off a little bit, but it's still going to be really, really slick out there on the track. So, I mean, it's like you and Daniel was talking about. If you're going to be up front in that top 10, yeah, stay out. I mean, you've made your bed. Do what you got to do. If you're back around that 11th, 12th place, somewhere around the Brian Chew, Nathan Morale, or even Joey Steyer, some of these guys that's actually back there in that particular area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Go down and get those 4 fresh tires and see if they're going to be able to help you leapfrog some of these other guys. Granted, it might not get you all the way to the front, but I honestly think it could honestly get you straight into the top 10 and maybe even the top 5.
You do have under 20 laps to go, though. I mean, that's a positive in your safety net, if you will. I mean, if you're in the top 10, you're not coming to the pit lane. It's all about track position. But if you're 11th on back, like we saw drivers thinking about coming to the pit lane, Nathan Maurer just pitted a moment ago in the on lap 119. He come to the pits. Let's see. It looks like James Morris pitted, Cody Knott pitted, Kyle Hess. Oh, and by the way, Jacob, Daniel, don't count out James Morris. He's a driver he won Daytona out of nowhere a couple of weeks ago.
James Morris, I don't know where he came from, but look at that nice 47 truck there. Don't count him out, like you said, Wesley. I'm actually quite excited to see what these truck drivers can do.
Ready to see the field come back to the Geico restart zone. It will be under 20 laps to go. Daniel Paulus is on the back straightaway. Jacob Reeves is alongside on the front stretch virtually here at Kansas Speedway. I'm Wesley Outland. Adam Flieger doing a phenomenal job as we wrap up another Serve Pro caution. The flagman awaits to wave the green linen here. Here they come to the line. 18 laps to go, and the field scampers on the restart. They'll funnel out down into the banking, into turn number 1 and 2. Dittmer carrying that momentum. Meza right there. He got hung up on the outside. He falls way back out of that second turn on the restart.
Look at Steve Burnett with the run he's going to have here out turn 2. Now he's going to want to try to stay in the draft here, but look at, in for third place is the 37.
Chris Kine's going to be right up in the top lane. Meza going to see if he can stick it down. Actually looks like almost like the pace laps that we had right before they went on this restart. Dittmer, Barnett battling it out. Then you got Raul Meza, Chris Kines, they're battling it out. Brandon Broadfoot and Brandon Bullock, the 2 Brandons. Let's go, Brandon. All of them in the top 6.
Well, yeah, let's go, Brandon is all right. Well, as you see the 42 now battling for the lead here from our Stage 1, Stage 2 winner.
Oh, wow. I'm just trying to recap from what Jacob just said. Hashtag no fake news here. They work their way across the start-finish line. Barnett almost trips up in front of the front end of the 37 of Meza. Meza now scops to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll go for the 2-for-1 of the Highline Racing team. He's trying to get around the Hillbilly 42. He's going after Barnett. Now he's got to go after Dittmer. He's the meat and the sandwich there on the back stretch going to 3.
Yeah, and Dittmer is just trying to hold all of these guys off Meza, seeing if he can make it stick. Once again, it actually looks like Dittmer is the pace car, and the rest of them are still under pace laps from what it's looking like. Barnett stuck up top, Raul Meza on the bottom. Brandon Broadfoot has actually got away from Bullock. Kynes still stuck up on the top. Bullock almost gets into Kynes as they come off of turn number 2.
And look at, whoa, somebody's getting, oh, wow, I thought they were going to get in the wall there, that 17 truck, as they're really tight, close to each other.
Highline Racing battling with Warrior Racing with Raul Meza right there in the middle. Brandon Broadfoot now, and they're scampering through the bottom of the apron on the bottom of the racetrack, pulling up in front of Bullock. Bullock now off the pace. He got bypassed by another entry. There goes Kerry Tribune. He'll clear by him. Meanwhile, Meza is looking for the lead. He gets around Barnett. He's going after Dittmer. You got Kynes in the fence. Tribune under attack now with Zach Hartwick Jacob racing is going on everywhere here now with 14 to go.
Every single spot that you can think of. The top 15 separated by 2 seconds. Brandon Broadfoot is in the wall. He gets thrown into the fence. He's actually going to keep it going and actually not have to. He's got the truck going, but Joey Stires is going to be able to get by him. Joey Stires all the way up in the top 5 as Mezza's going for the lead.
As you see Mezza trying to get around the 34 truck right now, looking in different lanes.
Thought about it, down to the bottom of the racetrack. Dittmer up high. Here comes now the Warrior to the inside. California's Serve Pro, Raul Meza, looking for the lead. But when do you make your move? Not yet. He'll reel him back in. We're closing in on 14 to go. They're back into 1.
As you see Meza now on the inside for the lead here. Gonna get help from the 971. Just not there yet. Gonna tuck right behind.
Top 5 guys, 3 of them actually started outside the top 15. That's where they're at. Nathan Maurer, Steve Barnett, and Joey Stires, all these guys started outside the top 15, but Meza is giving Dittmer all he can handle now. Meza slides up a little bit. Make room. Here comes Nathan Maurer to the second spot from 27th. He wants a shot at Tyler Dittmer. He's going to see if he can clear Raul Meza as they come off of turn 2.
Well, we saw how strong he was earlier on in this race in that long flag, green flag run. Now under fire from 37 again.
All he can fight, all he can muster. Meza back down to the inside, and Nate Maurer has powered up to that number 2 spot. Couple of Chevrolets trying to run down the Toyota of Tyler Dittmer. Under 10 laps to go now here at Kansas. Who will it be at the end of the rainbow as they work out of 2?
It's going to be a close battle here between the top 3, I have a feeling. But, I mean, if the 971 will take the lead, he's going to have to get going.
Adam Newbert, one of those guys that got caught up in that wreck, for those of you that are still trying to find him, he's actually in the fence all the way back in 16th, just trying to get it going. But up front, Tyler Dittmer, Nathan Morale, these 2 are battling for the front. They've actually checked away from Raul Meza by almost a whole second. Dittmer up top, Maurer down to the bottom. Morale's going to see if he can try to get him off of 2.
Going to have a run. That 971 is going to have a run. Coming down the back straightaway. He's going to try to go to the inside.
He'll make a run to the bottom of the racetrack, and if I remember, Daniel Paulus, that was one of your picks to win the race. Nathan Maurer showing his now muster momentum down the stretch in the single digits now. 8 laps to go as they flash across the flag stand. Dittmer, Maurer, side by side. Maurer to the lead on Dittmer again. Maurer on the bottom. Dittmer up top, and they're nose to nose off of 2.
The 971's going to want to try to stay on his quarter panel there. Trying to give him the dirty air, but he's going to have him here, I think, in turn 3.
Maurer's going to be on the bottom, see if he can try to pull the slide job right here on Tyler Dittmer. If he can clear him, he has him clear for a second. No, he will not. Dittmer going to still be able to get him. Now he's got him clear just for a second. See if he's going to push his luck and see if it's, no, he will not. Maurer has made that bottom work to get where he's at to see if he can try to pass Tyler Dittmer. He'll keep it down there.
He is, oh man, he was so clear right there almost.
Working into turn number 3, Maurer, bottom of the racetrack. Dittmer trying to ride up the safer barrier, but not trying to get under the wall. He now has Dane Hagen on the bottom of the racetrack. 6 laps to go here at Kansas, and the top 2 are pulling away as they go in the bank into turn number 1. Dittmer, Maurer, it's their race to lose. Everyone else is about 3 seconds behind them into 2.
It's going to be between Nathan and Tyler here with 6 laps to go, but all Nathan can do is just look forward, keep calm.
And a big, big battle back here. Believe it or not, a name that we haven't talked about, Cody Knott, all the way from 31st, all the way up to 3rd place. Cody Knott trying to see if he can get it up on the podium here at Kansas Speedway. But Nathan Maurer, where in the world did he come from? He is actually pulling away from Tyler Dittmer right here with 5 to go. And a caution's on the Speedway.
Oh, wow. Caution is out.
Oh, this is going to be a heck of an overtime.
Got problems. It looks like it's the 69 machine again. That is the 69 of Tim Hammond. We'll watch the replay. Boy, oh boy, they're almost going 4 wide. Are you kidding me? Going 4 wide?
And it looked like right there, honestly, yeah, Joey Stires looked like he slid up a little bit. Everybody just real tight right there, Wesley. Everybody trying to get every position that they possibly can right there. You know, I mean, we're coming down right here to the closing stages of this race. Everybody trying to get what they can, and Joey Stires actually, he had it all the way down on the white line. Hamilton actually snuck it up in the middle right there, almost 4 wide as they come up on a lap truck, but Stires wasn't going to give the bottom up, and he wasn't going to lift. And I'll be honest with you, I can't quite blame him. I mean, we're coming down right here with 4 to go.
What is up with the truck in front of them spinning is what I can't figure out. He wasn't even in the contact zone. I don't understand that.
I'm not sure on that one. Actually, that was James D. Morris in the 47 truck.
The Daytona winner. Exactly. Yeah.
Actually, that was an accordion effect. I just saw that. Joey Stires actually gets up into Hamilton.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
when
right
it does, bam, it catches Morris. And then, you know, it looks like the 86 innocent bystander out of every bit of that. Kyle Hess, absolute innocent bystander out of all that. All 4 trucks just getting clogged up. But I'll be honest with you, I think the lap truck may have had a little bit to do with that.
Not 2, not 3, but 4. And as I quote from the movie Dodgeball, sometimes you got to pay double for that kind of action.
Yeah, sometimes you got to pay double for it. I agree with you on that one.
Under caution, we're going to overtime. Daniel, business is picked up, and I have to say, you said keep an eye on Nathan Maurer, the 971. He has came out of nowhere. He's now leading this thing here as we go to overtime number 1.
If I was him right now, stay out. No need to pit. Just go for it at this point. Just put everything that was behind you. Just do what you want to do. Just try your best. Get a good restart. Try to get to the white flag, and do not look in your mirror. Because if you do, you might mess up.
Wesley,
about an hour. Go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, there's one thing I was going to say. Tyler Dittmer actually was in second. For some reason or another, he was on pit road. He actually went in the pits. He's actually scored right now in the 18th position. So he was up there battling with Nathan Maurer. But for some reason or another, he went down. Maybe he's going to get some fresh tires, maybe try to make a last charge right here. But I'm not real sure why he made this move right here. But I'll say this, it puts Cody Knott, that was all the way up there in the 31st position where he started, all the way up into second.
And how about Cody Knott? He literally has been quiet all night long. There's Donnie Lyons, by the way. Climb back out. He's outside the top 10. But look at Cody Knott all night long. He has been methodically just being patient, if you will. And now he has put himself in contention to battle for this win alongside. Make no bones about it, though. As we mentioned, Tyler Dittmer coming down to the pit lane. This will set us up in overtime. 3 attempts at overtime. Jacob, let everybody know how it's all going to go down here as we'll get one to go at the line.
Well, hopefully it's going to be green all the way, but for those of you that don't know about the green-white checkered, basically...
Stires just pulled in.
Oh, and Stires just went in as well, so he was actually in the 5th position. Maybe some of these guys are actually pushing their luck on gas, which would be kind of weird to see. I mean, I kind of honestly thought some of these guys was going to be able to make it on gas, but some of these guys may not be able to. But going back to the green-white checkered deal, I mean, yes, like Wesley said, they got 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. They will go 1 lap. If the caution comes out before they take the white flag, they'll re-rack them and they'll do it again. But if they take the white flag, this ain't like regular NASCAR. If they take the white flag, it doesn't matter if all 25 or all 40 of them wreck. It is checkered flag all the way to the end, which is one thing I love about iRacing. They don't throw no caution on the last lap. It is checkered all the way to the end. It's fixing to be a barn burner right here, Wesley.
Throw caution to the wind, no doubt about it. Remember, by the way, there are 3 attempts, but here's the deal. As colleague Jacob just said, they've got to get to the white flag. Okay, One of the things also we've watched is partly cloudy skies, 77 degrees. The track temp has dropped down from 120 now to 111 as we get ready for overtime. Number one, the A's Lawn and Landscaping 200. Serve Pro caution in the books. Green flag is back out. They got 2 laps to get it done. Nate Maurer on the restart. Hugs the bottom of the racetrack. Cody Knott now to the outside lane. He's going to have Meza, Barnett, Tribune all in his back door. While that goes on, Maurer says bye-bye out of 2.
There it is, guys. Like I mentioned before we started here, you have to get a good restart on this final overtime here. Not final overtime, but you know.
Maurer gonna lead him right here. Meza gonna see if he can take a shot at him. Cody Knott all the way back to 3rd. Knott's gonna see if he can get somewhere, and we got a caution on the Speedway.
We got a caution, guys. They did not take the Darren Snail Gun Repair white flag. We have a caution, and we are gonna go to overtime number 2. Wow.
Oh my goodness. How and why?
And I bet you Nathan Maurer is just like, darn it.
Maurer basically had this bad boy in the bag. I mean, he was literally checked out from Raul Meza. It was going to be everything Cody Knott had to do just to try to get to 2nd place. But Nathan Maurer was gone.
I think they're saying Dane Hagen having a problem. The NASA machine. Or look here and check it out on the replay. And obviously, remember, he's the one that got airborne earlier in this race. Dane Hagen. Kyle Hess going by him. We'll find out what happened. And boy, oh boy, man, this race has just now spiraled out of control. There it is right there. Hagen on the bottom of the racetrack. Is that Joey Stiers on the inside? And you got him wrecking below the apron of the racetrack as well.
Yeah, everybody just scattered pretty much. All of it actually started right here with Chris Kynes. Actually looked like he got down into the 86 of Kyle Hess as well.
No, that's Joey Stiers. That's Stiers on the inside of Dane Hagen, and then you got all these other trucks as you boy, man, our buddy, I'll tell you what, Jacob, our buddy Adam Flieger's having a field day trying to keep up with all this chaos and mayhem going on at one time.
Yeah, I mean, it was so much chaos right there on basically that one restart. But I'll guarantee you right now, there was one guy that did not want to see any of that chaos, and that was Nathan Maurer, who we talked about him, was absolutely gone. He had it in the bag, almost had it, almost right there at the line, and almost got that white flag.
Let's be honest here. They were coming to the white flag. He was probably, Jacob, 200 yards away, if that, from the start-finish line. I mean, he literally was getting ready to take the white flag. The Darren Snail Gun Repair 1 to go, and then the caution was called for another Serve Pro caution. And I believe now we're at like 11 or 12 caution flags in this race.
Yeah, and anybody that has probably watched a lot of Sports Center, I guess they could see that that was a bad beat, I guess you could say, for Nathan Maurer. No pun intended, and not trying to make fun of the deal, because, I mean, he has drove his tail off all the way from 27th all the way up to 1st. He actually deserves this race for as hard as he has bought. As hard as he's fought to try to get there. So, I mean, that was a bad beat for him, but here we go.
Doubt.
Overtime number 2. He's got to do it again. Raul Meza, Cody Knott, all these guys behind him, they're going to be gunning for him.
They're going to be definitely coming after him. Daniel Paulus, what are you thinking, buddy? And by the way, guys, massive cloud cover over the racetrack for probably the first time this afternoon, too, they're facing.
Yeah. I don't know what to say, Wesley. I really thought the 971 had it in the bag. Like you said, he was like maybe 200 yards away from the white flag. And if he can just get a good restart here again and pull away, hopefully he wins. But if not, we're going to re-rack them, do it again. But it's been an exciting race, and I'm glad to be back.
Jacob, you want to talk about cloud cover like I just mentioned a moment ago. It's been sunny conditions for the most part today. Clouds a couple of times, but not the massive cloud cover like we saw on the back straightaway a moment ago. It looked like literally darkness was settling in. And by the way, track temp is now 105 degrees. It has dropped 15 degrees in the last probably 30 laps, or even from where it started at 120 at the green flag.
Yeah, Wesley, you took the words right out of my mouth. They're getting ready to come to this restart, and that cloud cover is going to really help cool this track. Maybe not cool it off a lot, but here's the thing. Cooler track, faster trucks. That's how it's always been. The cooler temps is going to make it really fast, and we've already seen some very fast moves. But here's another thing. Cooler track, more grip. And these guys know that right there.
It's kind of like happy wife, happy life, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy wife, happy life. Exactly right.
Nathan Maurer ready to get a second attempt here at overtime. That's going to wrap up another Serve Pro caution flag for the Nazareth Sim Racer Hub Truck Series here in the A's Lawn and Landscaping 200. Brought to you by Serve Pro. Fire and water cleanup and restoration makes everything. The front row, not Tribune. Barnett, your top 5. Field comes back through the Geico restart zone. Excuse me, back through the gearboxes. Green flag, second attempt of overtime. And Nate Maurer pulls away by a truck length on Meza. Meza's got a swarm of Hornets behind him as they climb the banking with a lap to go to the white flag. Next.
Here we go.
This team always get there.
971 literally takes the lead, gets a good launch once again, but look at Perez now all over the back bumper to 971.
Meza going to see what he can do, maybe get Maurer to slide up just a little bit. Cody Knott right behind these guys as well. And Kerry Tribune, one of those guys that got involved in an earlier wreck as they come to the white flag. Cody Knott's going to dispose of Raul Meza. Nate Maurer, he has the lead, but he's going to have to fend off Cody Knott right here as they come off of turn number 2.
This is it. This is what we all been waiting for. Now he's just going to have to keep looking forward. Do not look in your mirror. You have no pressure. Just keep moving forward, and you got this.
Trucks are single file, and it's all Nathan Maurer at the end of the Darren Snell Gun Repair, 1 to go. It's coming off of turn number 4. Nathan Maurer, Chevrolet below the apron. Meza holds off Cody Knott, and he will get it done. Cody Knott will now go to the number 2 spot. Checker flag is out, and Nathan Maurer gets the win here tonight at Kansas Speedway. He'll take the checkered flag in the A's Lawn and Landscaping 200. What a battle. What a finish there. And Nathan Maurer picks up the win. Second spot is going to go to Cody Knott. I know it's not a win, Jacob, but my goodness, what a comeback for the driver of the number 26. And Tyler Dittmer was able to battle back and get third.
Yeah, I mean, great comeback right there by Tyler Dittmer. I almost made it work. If he would have had one more lap, he was going to take this right here, and he would have had it wide open. But, I mean, that was a hell of a move right there by Tyler Dittmer. And Cody Knott, like we said, these two guys right here, first and second, actually started outside the top 25. With Maurer starting in 27th, Knott in 31st. So that right there, I'm going to tell you right now, if we went by the odds of who was starting where, I'm telling you right now, you would have won a lot of money off those front two, because I'm telling you, that was awesome to see. But congratulations to Nate Maurer.
Nathan Maurer, by the way. Let's take a look at the unofficial race results here tonight for the A's Lawn and Landscaping 200. Nathan Maurer picks up the win. Cody Knott will finish in second spot. Tyler Dittmer third. Raul Meza fourth. Kerry Tribune is fifth. Steve Barnett is sixth. Donnie Lyons is seventh. Eighth is Chris Gines. Ninth, another good run for Ron Hunter. And 10th, Jacob to Michael McKinnon.
Yep, and then coming home in 11th, Adam Newbert, who actually was able to fight back from a lot of adversity, also getting caught up in that wreck with Jason Morales earlier. He's going to get 11th. Brian Chew going to be in 12th. Lance Miller in 13th. Adam Newton in 14th. Brandon Broadfoot, one of those guys that was running up at front, but, I mean, just bad luck on his part. You know, he's going to come home in 15th. Joey Doucette, 16th. Joey Stires, 17th. Jason Morales, where he had that little bit of a scuff up with Adam Newbert, going to come home 18th. Justin Lumpkin, going to be in 19th. And Brandon Bullock, who was also battling at the front, started 40th. He's going to finish in 20th.
Kyle Hess will be 21st. James Morris will finish in 22nd, the Daytona winner. Jose Luis Rivera, 23rd. Tyler Daniels, 24th. Noah Willis is 25th. Then it's going to be, by the way, my apology. I think I said it was, I think Jeffrey Johnson Jr., okay, he's 26th. Derek Kilgore, 27th. Zach Hartwig, 28th. 29th is Sean Hamilton. Dane Hagan will finish in the 30th position. Blanchard, Rogers, Osborne, LaBeouf, Thompson, Twinham, Richards. The rest of the rundown, again, when it's all said and done, of the 39 trucks that came to the green flag. Of course, also Robert Richards, Tim Hammond, Justin White, Adam Cantwell, Hunter Parsons of the what a field racing here, no doubt about it. Well, guys, listen, we got to take a break. When we come back, Jacob is going to lead you into post-race with also the help of Daniel Paulus. He is going to grab a word with the top three finishers when it's all said and done. We'll grab Nathan Maurer. We'll grab Cody Knott. We'll grab Tyler Dittmer. I'll be back with you guys next Monday night. And, of course, again, post-race will be getting underway as I have other iRacing broadcast obligations like right now to prepare for. But Daniel, I leave you with your final thoughts, buddy, your take of this race. And Jacob, you'll follow, man. Always fun working with you guys. Fun tonight.
Yeah, guys, I've been having fun doing the strategist role here tonight for Nazareth. It's been a while. I've been doing the late models too recently, racing. So it's been fun, and I can't wait to see how this network is going to grow out. It's been an exciting race to watch here tonight. Hopefully come back in here and broadcast more truck races with you guys on Mondays or Fridays. But yeah, I've been honored here, and I enjoy working with you guys. And my driver that I picked to win, he won. So I couldn't ask for anything better. But it was a great race.
Jacob Reeves.
Honestly, some of these guys right here, you know, it was the night of the it was David and Goliath, I guess you could say, for this race. And you know, honestly, we knew who the David was. It was Tyler Dittmer, the guy that was up front. He won the first two stages. That was Goliath. The David out of all of them was Nathan Maurer, and even Cody Knott as well. Both of those guys that were in the back, you know, the guys that we barely even talked about. I guess you could say through the first two stages, we barely even talked about them. And then with about 20 to 30 to go, here they are, battling it out. And they was able to come home 1-2, and they was able to slay Goliath tonight.
Yeah, let the celebration begin for Nate Maurer. Always enjoy working with these guys, and hopefully our friend in the cockpit, William Tiller, will get back to feeling better. I know he was been under the weather this weekend, and hopefully that sunshine in Florida will get back on his shoulder, get him feeling better and back with us next Monday night. As always, thank you to Brady LaBeouf. Thank you to Cody Knott. You'll hear his thoughts in a moment. Thank you to TJ Moore, the race director, as well as Adam Flieger. We'll take a break. When we come back, post-race interviews as we wrap them up here tonight in the, again, A's Lawn and Landscaping 200 going to Redneck Nation, number 971, and Nathan Maurer. Be good to one another. We'll see you next week.
And everyone, welcome to this Sim Racer Hub Truck Series, the A's Lawn and Landscaping 200 here at Kansas Speedway. And we're going to see if we can bring Tyler Dittmer in here, bring him into the broadcast room. And coming home with a third place finish tonight, Tyler Dittmer. Man, you won the first two stages and almost, I mean, you put on a great charge right there at the end to try to see if you could squeeze out the win. Tell everybody about your night tonight, bud.
Yeah, it was just kind of an really up night for most of the time. Didn't have the long run truck to beat Adam or Nathan, I think, and did some strategy call there late because we were on older tires and everyone else on the field. And I think if we had that third green-white checker, we would have gotten there, but just needed chips to fall a little bit more our way, but I'll take it. 20 points, 2 playoff points there, and a third place finish is a great night.
Now, the question I got is I saw you were actually second behind Nate Maurer, and then you went into pits. I mean, was that just, something strategy? Was it something you was just trying to change up to see if you could, have something for him at the end? Or was you, was you low on gas or tires? I mean, what was the deal with that?
Yeah, I stayed out at that caution with 15 to go, and that was the wrong call, and a bunch of guys with fresh tires had made it inside the top 10, so I thought, they have 15 laps on their tires. If I get at least one more attempt for a green white checker, if we get to a second attempt, I can get inside the top 10, top 5, and we were able to do that. It was just a strategy call at that point. We had plenty of fuel to make it to the end, but we just weren't fast enough to stay in second with the tires we had on the truck.
Well, bud, I'm gonna tell you right now, you put on a great show tonight. You come home with 2 stage wins and almost was able to squeak bad boy out and be able to try to get you a win tonight. But we're going into the next race. How do you feel, about the next race and, in the coming weeks? How do you feel about some of these races that are coming up? I mean, do you feel any strong suits that are coming up here pretty soon for you?
Yeah, I love road course racing. I think we're at the Charlotte Louisville next week, if I'm correct. So I absolutely love road course racing. I think it's the real testament of how well you can keep your truck underneath you, especially with these trucks. A lot of horsepower, a lot of torque. It's going to be a challenge. The Roval is definitely not a normal road course. It's going to take a lot more tiptoeing around there. Should be a lot of fun. And I like short track racing too. I'm not very good at it, but I like short track racing, so Richmond after should be fun. We'll just have to see how the rest of the schedule plays out, but I feel good for the next 2 weeks.
Well, I'll say this. I'm not a real big fan of road courses, but I can deal with some short tracks. Tyler Dittmer coming home third. You got anybody that you want to thank that made this possible?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Highline Racing. Jason Morales bringing me on this year. It was awesome. And then obviously my sponsor, Mike Morales from Glass Mechanics in Arizona. They do shower doors and windows. If you're out in the Phoenix or Arizona area and you guys need any window needs taken care of or shower doors taken care of, Mike does some great work there with the Glass Mechanic, and appreciate everything they do sponsoring the truck, and Lizardworks Graphics as well sponsoring the truck. And then my beautiful wife who lets me do this on Monday nights. Appreciate her.
Yeah, we all got to thank our wives, I guarantee you, because I'm the same way. But Tyler Dittmer, I mean, awesome run tonight, bud. Congratulations on your third place finish.
Thank you.
All right, that was Tyler Dittmer. And looks like we're going to bring in Cody Knott, who was the second place finisher. Daniel, have you caught up with Cody Knott?
I sure have. I have Cody Knott right here, the driver of the number 26. Cody, it's been an exciting race here tonight at Kansas Motor Speedway. How you doing?
What's up, gentlemen? How's it going?
I'm doing pretty well. So, Cody, what do you think you could have done better to possibly get the win here tonight?
Oh, man. So, I don't want to throw him out there, but Nate thanked my teammate Raul right after we crossed the finish line. Raul dove in front of me. I had the fresher tires out of the pair of us, and I was in that spot to gun down Nate, but I ended up losing some of that momentum because I had to pass my teammate just to catch back up to Nate.
All right, and what are you looking forward to for next weekend, since it's a road course and that's where everybody tests their limits and see who's really good at the road courses?
Eager just to try to survive. I've been kind of the person lately on the board that chooses all the road courses for some odd reason. I've been trying to get better at them, so and that's one that we haven't really ran. So I threw up the Charlotte Roval for this season for us to run, and just to see what everyone can do.
Hey, well, I'm glad you did that because I'm a fan of the Charlotte Roval, and I can't wait to see that race. So, Cody, do you have any shout-outs before we have to go?
Oh yeah, of course. Buckle up, guys. It's a little long one. Thanks to my team, Warrior Racing, Warrior Wraps, Sim Speed Shop, 501 Sim Replicas, Martin Sports, Track Bar Media, Butt Kicker, Fat Daddy Meats, Team Watson Racing Setups, RTR Materials, SRS Speed Ranch Shocks, my family's company, Pulp Spoppers, and then our new sponsor, House of Speed. And then you guys, as always, and Brady and all the other board members that helped make this series and the league happen.
All right, Cody. Well, thank you, and congratulations on a second-place finish tonight here at Kansas Motor Speedway, and I can't wait to see what you can do next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And that was Cody Knott coming home in the second place position. But we got to get the winner in the house. It is Nate Maurer, the man who has come out of absolutely nowhere and come home with the chicken dinner to win the whole thing. Nate Maurer, I got to ask you, man. I mean, everybody wants to know. You started this race back in the back around the 27th position. Starting deep in the field here at Kansas, it's really, really tough to be able to maneuver around. I mean, did you think, when you qualified back there in 27th that, hell, I mean, I'm just going to have to just see what happens, or did you know that you was going to be able to get up there and fight for this win tonight?
Yeah. Honestly, I knew I needed a long run. I needed long runs, and we got maybe one or two of them. I know we didn't have any green flag pit stops, but that one green flag run we had, I think I restarted 12th or 13th, and I got the whole way up to second. Burnt my stuff up getting up there to Adam, but I knew that I was hoping we were gonna get a caution once I got there, second to Adam, and go after it from there. But yeah, terrible qualifying effort tonight. I mean, I don't really race that much anymore. I'm only racing about once a week. So got on here right at 7:30 at night to practice, and my 15 and 20 lap averages were pretty good compared to everybody else's. So I just knew I needed some green flag racing there.
Yeah, and you got it, and you was able to get yourself in the position where you was at, and tell us about this just a little bit. We talked to Cody Knott just a minute ago, and you actually thanked Raul Meza. From what Cody Knott said, you actually thanked Raul Meza for, I guess you could say, helping him out. And if I'm not mistaken, Meza and Knott are actually teammates. So you actually thanked Meza. I mean, why was that?
I seen on the previous restart how good Cody Knott was, and he was up high and had the preferred line there on that restart. And I mean, I just knew, I just felt like the Raw was, I mean, Cody was a little bit better than him. He was better of the two, and I did not like that that caution came out there, and Cody was starting behind me. I knew he was going to get a better jump on the restart, which he did, but thank God Raw got a better one and cleared him there right after the finish line. Got down. I knew felt pretty good after that because I just figured that Raw was going to slow down Cody for me.
All right, so let me run you through for the future right here. 3 races. You got the Roval, Richmond, Michigan, and then obviously right after Michigan's Talladega. I know I said 3, but we're going to go 4 because Talladega is just that ultimate wild card. These 4 races coming up, where do you see potential, to possibly get another win here in the Sim Racer Hub Truck Series?
I'm kind of spontaneous in this league. I know last season I popped off, I forget how many wins in a row, and then I kind of went back to like a top 3, top 5 finisher, and then I started banging out a couple more there in the playoffs. I love the Roval. Roval's probably my second favorite road course, but you always got the guys in here that have the A-class road. I mean, they're really, really good at road courses. Last season, I forget the last road course we did Rawkins Glen. I felt like I had a top 3 truck, but someone decided to come out of the sandbox and take me out. But I don't know. Richmond's good. I mean, it seems like these races are so many cautions and stuff, and you just got to do the right strategy. Tires, no tires, pit and out pit. You just you just never know.
All right, well, Nate Maurer coming home with a win here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Nate, you got anybody that you want to thank that made this possible tonight?
Yeah, gotta thank all my teammates in here tonight. Carrie, Robbie, Justin White got wrecked out early on. Um, yeah, Carrie, Robbie. Who am I forgetting? Justin. Yeah, Justin. And I know Joey's not really a teammate. He's not really quote unquote a brute force motorsports teammate. But me and Joey's been racing for a couple years now. We're always battling out wins, and it's great to see that he took away one from Adam last week and took away one from him this week. So hopefully we can keep it going. Adam's won enough money in this place, so try keeping the money out of his pockets.
Yeah, keeping the money out of the pockets. I like it, man. I like it.
And big shout out to all you guys hanging out here till past 11 o'clock broadcasting. Brady does a hell of a job running this league, and if it wasn't for Brady, none of us would be here. So, and congrats to everybody, the race controller, the sponsors, everybody. Great job here.
Well, Nate, we appreciate that, and we appreciate you putting on a great show right here in the A's Lawn and Lawnscaping 200 here at Kansas Speedway. Congratulations on the win tonight, Nathan.
Thank you guys. You guys have a good night.
You too, buddy. All righty, and that's gonna do it for him. And I mean, Daniel, we got any extra final thoughts? I know Wesley, touched on it, for our final thoughts. But you got any extra final thoughts that you want to bring to the table for tonight's race?
Well, I want to say this. We know that the season is getting closer and closer to the playoffs, as we mentioned. And as you saw towards the end of this race, these drivers kept getting more aggressive and aggressive. And that's because they're trying to get every position that counts. Because each position they gain, the more points they earn. So they want to try to rack as many points as possible, hopefully get a win. If not, they want to try to point their way in to, the playoffs. We got the Roval coming up. We have road courses coming up. Those are really hard. You can DNF in those really easily. And you got Talladega, which is so unpredictable. So you never know what's going to happen. And those are like 2 or 3 races right there before the playoffs that could affect you, pointing your way out of the playoffs now. So they want to try to get as many points as possible as, for example, going to Richmond and Michigan. Those are really good tracks where you can get really good points. So you want to try to get as many as possible.
Yeah, and the season is just going to keep going on and on and on. Sim Racer Hub Truck Series here at Kansas Speedway tonight. The A's Lawn and Landscaping 200 at Kansas Speedway. My name is Jacob Reeves, along with Daniel Paulus Jr. Wesley Outland was also here. Adam Flieger on the calls as well. We want to congratulate Nathan Maurer for winning here at Kansas Speedway. And this is the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. We hope everybody has a good night, and we'll see you next time.